Oh, let's see if it's on today. Let's just see if it's working. Let's just see if it's working today. Jim Stute. Nay. Jim Stute. All right. We're going to call that a sound check. I guess I should have done a sound check for you, Charlie. We're kind of half-assing it today, boys and girls. We'll call that a sound check. Go ahead again, Charlie.
Yeah, it sounds like it's sound to me.
Sounds like sound to me, my man. Sounds like sound to me. So today our dear lovely Bessie is off and about. We're going to go officially live in a little less than, just about 10 seconds. Never mind. 10 seconds. 10-second countdown.
Oh,
And
and just as a small piece of information, for some reason my YouTube is now up, so we're back
yay!
to full whatever.
Oh, there's my binking line. Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley. It's 10 o'clock. We're officially live. We're going to be playing a live game of Pulp Alley. My dear lady, Bessie, the world's most dangerous, is off with the little ones at Branson, Missouri, going to Silver Dollar City and having a hootenanny, I believe is the technical term. A hootenanny.
The technical term?
Is a hootenanny. So today we're going to be playtesting one of the scenarios that'll be coming out of the upcoming Tomb of the Serpent campaign, the new, completely rewritten Tomb of the Serpent campaign. We're thinking about most likely it will be a box set and come with all kinds of miniatures and some fun stuff. It'll use some old miniatures like Minerva's Mercenaries. Those are really, really handy to use as cultists and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can never have enough of those.
I know. We're not going to include a bunch in the box because I think y'all probably have some of those. But for those of you that have some, that's good because this will just give you more to throw out there. Trying to decide on exactly how many we want to have in the box, but and then we'll have brand new abominations. We are going to reuse the serpent dancers from Galgo's League, so you'll have a place to use those again. I just love the idea of using old miniatures. I I have lots and lots of miniatures. One of the reasons we came up with Pulp Alley is because I want to use the miniatures I have. So I'm not falling into that trap of just constantly trying to pump out new miniatures for people. I know we all get excited about new figures. It's probably a revenue stream that I should be pursuing, but I just does not feel right. If I have figures that work, I would rather use those than make brand new figures and try and convince you to try and buy them. I would much rather you just use the figures you have. We are going to do a little bit of the setup today so you can see some interesting aspects of this scenario. We are going to have only one league in it. It is Red Queen and the Vice Alley Syndicate. So those are the characters. We're having Okie June stand in for Trip Parker, who is, if you have like the characters book or something like that, Trip Parker is the third ally in that league, but we're having Okie June kind of stand in for her. Again, I got the figure. I'm going to use it. But this is really interesting, and it has a fun little setup to it, in that it has what we call in Pulp Alley a patrolling NPCs. So there are multiple types of NPCs. You can have just a sentry NPC that just stays where they're placed. That's where they're going to sit until they fire, until they come alive, alert. You have a wandering NPC, which just moves randomly around the table, and we will have one of those as well. And then you also have patrolling NPCs. So what a patrolling NPC does is they move from point to point around the table. So we're going to have 4 different patrolling NPCs. So we have our orange patrol over here, kind of looks red on this camera. So it connects this dot to this dot to this dot to an unseen dot over there, and that's the patrol, basically walking around the building. This fellow here is going to patrol. He's going to come down to this green dot. He'll pass through this building and come out the back door, then back over to that green dot, and then back up to there. So that's patrol number 2. Patrol number 3 is over there, and again, he's basically just walking a circuit around that side over there. And then over here, he's going to go from here. He's going to walk down to the front door of that building. He'll cross through this warehouse and come out the back door, and then he'll come around over here and come down through right there. He comes out the back door there, walks to here, and then back to the front, and that's the patrol. Now the scenario tells you how to set up these patrols. The first thing that you do is each patrol has to come within 6 inches of the center of the table. Each patrol also has to come within 6 inches of one of the sides of the table. So we're not going to tell you how to set up the terrain. You could set up the terrain however you want, really, for this scenario. And then you can figure out the patrol routes that you want to work for your table. We suggest that each patrol should be between 20 to 40 inches long, which all of these fall within that category. One of the things you could do is use a piece of thread or string. I don't like using yarn because it's a little too springy, and kind of lay it out to show what the routes are. We've got a good idea, so we're not going to do that today. So the next thing that you need to do, and it gives you the rules for setting up. Now this is a little convoluted. It takes a little bit of time, but because this is normally something that I would have set up ahead of time. This is normally something that you do, really before the game starts. So it's okay if it takes a little bit of time because, it is what it is. But once the game starts, then everything runs really smooth and nice. So we have our 3 patrol routes. The next thing we want to do is figure out where we have 4 patrol routes. We have to figure out where those 4 NPCs are located and what direction they're moving. So beginning with the spot that is nearest to the center of the table, I'm going to roll 4 dice 6 to figure out where the person is, and I'm going to go in a clockwise direction. So this is for this one over here, 8, 12 inches. So this character, this NPC, is 12 inches from the spot that is nearest to the center of the table. And those are these 4 spots right here. That one, that one, that one, and that one. So this fella is 12 inches away in a clockwise direction. So he's somewhere down this direction. And I'll just set the model out there. So far, what we don't know is what direction he's walking. So he's actually down here almost to that next patrol point. Now, again, you don't have to set out all these markers like I did. That's just as illustrative purposes for you and for Charlie. If everybody was sitting around the table, that probably would not be necessary. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to randomly determine whether or not that fella is going in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. So 1, 2, 3, it's going to be continuing clockwise. 4, 5, or 6, he's going to be heading back towards the center. 1, 2, 3. So he is going clockwise. So his patrol route right now, Charlie, is he's actually walking away from the center of the table, and he's going to start coming back this way. So he may be out of this game for quite some time. That's really
here's
nice.
My sad face about that.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know you were going to be sad. So
Yeah.
now I'll try and put the other ones in better spots for you.
No, that's okay.
So now fine. we'll do the one over here. We won't have Skycam today because that's normally Bessie's phone that we stick up on the Cooner Beans Zeppelin to shoot down high from above. So I won't have that today. So 4 dice to get my distance. 11, 12, 13. So in that, we always go clockwise. 13 is back around over here. And now we're going to roll to determine if he is heading, which direction he is going. On a 1, 2, 3, we're going to say clockwise, 4, 5, or 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he is heading back towards the center of the table. Now, the reason that's important is because that's where the only plot point is located at the start of the scenario. So that's most likely Charlie's League's first target. That's where they're going to be going. So this guy is going to be coming around this corner and heading towards the center of the table. There we go. Got one for you there, Charlie. All right. So now we'll roll 4 die 6 for this spot here, this orange one over here. We have 9, 10, 11, 12. We're staying really nice here. 12, and we're going to come clockwise, so that will be back around this way. And then the big one is coming. The big one is coming. Is he heading clockwise or counterclockwise? And we'll roll that now. 1, 2, 3, it's clockwise. He is counterclockwise, so he is also turned around. He is turned around, and he
So much
is
for
heading,
staying hidden.
He is turned around, and he's coming back. So he will. Now remember, line of sight in this scenario, the entire table is a difficult area, and line of sight is limited to 12 inches. So it's actually possible to eliminate a sentry without setting off the alarm. You guys know that, right? You can actually take out a sentry and it never set off the alarm. So that's actually one of the tricky ways of doing this scenario. I have one more. Let's go through it fairly quickly. 12, 14 inches. So clockwise from here, 14 inches. So he's nearly at the back of the, what do I do with my bad guy? He's nearly at the back of the warehouse. And now we'll roll one more dice to find out which way he's going. 3. So he's going to continue in his clockwise direction. I have one more to place during setup. You set a number of wandering NPCs equal to the number of leagues. D8 in a random direction to the center of the table, so he's standing right there. Now for the player characters, you got to decide what you're going to do with the player characters in this. So now we'll go to the deployment rules for this scenario. Now normally, boys and girls, this is not something that I always put on the table, but I'm just, I really like the way this scenario sets up. So I wanted to kind of show you all of this rigmarole of figuring out where these patrol points are and where they're going, because that makes it kind of like a James Bond sort of scenario where you're trying to figure out, okay, this sentry's over here and this sentry's over here and this one's coming this way and that's the sentry I got to worry about. It makes it very interesting. Now, poor Charlie, and I realize this. One of the hardest things about doing one of these games with us, is that camera balanced? Looks like it's off a little bit. I'm going to adjust that a little bit. One of the hardest things about doing this game with us on Sundays, and bless their hearts, all of the folks that come on here with us, is how difficult it is to really get a sense of the table, right? Because all they're looking at is this strange view, or whatever view I happen to give them at the time, of the table. So it's really tough. It's so much easier, you know, when you're sitting over the table and you have a better sense of what's going on. Anyway, it is what it is. So if you'd like to do this on a Sunday morning with us, get signed up to play. We sign up about 2 months in advance. It doesn't matter if you played 100 games or none. Make sure you hit that like button for us. If you're on here right now, hit that like button for us. We need your help. We've tried to shut off all of the monetization for these videos to eliminate as many commercials as we possibly can. And the algorithm does not like that when we do that. So it pushes our video out to fewer and fewer people. So we need your help to kind of encourage it to offset that a little bit. So now you get to set up, Charlie. Let's take a look real quickly at what your deployment rules are. I think you can set up anywhere.
I didn't read that there's a distance issue.
Yeah.
Any place.
You can set up anywhere. You must be over 6 inches from the plot point,
right?
And over 1 inch from all enemy characters. So you cannot start within an inch.
Okay.
All right. So we know this one, this NPC on this corner over here. We know this guy's walking away from you.
Right. He's going to go around the corner, won't be able to see anybody.
We know this guy's actually coming back around. That guy's coming back around.
Can you go over the rules for becoming visible for those people at home?
Yeah, we'll do that when we'll do that. Okay. The character rolls a finesse check, the spotter rolls a cunning check, the hidden character has to roll more successes. So and line of sight is 12 inches. So if they're within 12 inches, they will get a spotting check to see you. So the distance down that alley is about 13 inches, Charlie. So if this guy, he'll move a d8 inches on his turn. If he rolls, I'd say more than a 4. If he rolls a 4, you're probably safe. If he rolls a 5 or a 6 and starts heading down that alley, he'll have line of sight to that area over there. Now, the only character that could feasibly eliminate this NPC that's out here in the middle would be Red Queen. And you could set her up like 1 inch away from that guy and try to take him out.
But she has to be 6 inches from the plot point, right?
Oh, yeah. You're right. So something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
So 6 inches, that still leaves her within a range of that fellow.
Okay. That looks about where I was thinking anyway.
But then we have to decide where the heck everybody else is going to be. Now, you don't have to play the scenario stealthy, and at some point, it's almost guaranteed that the alarm and all of the NPCs are going to alert to your presence. It just becomes maybe a little bit harder because at this point, they don't actually get new characters until the alarm is raised. So if by chance you were so super sneaky, you only have 7 turns to do this scenario. If you were so super sneaky that you could eliminate all of the NPCs without setting off the alarm, you have to do that via an ambush attack. We'll get into all of that a little bit more as we go through this. So I'm not sure exactly where you want to put your other ones. That guy is pretty safe over there. It seems like over in this area, it looks like a fairly safe spot. You can even put him inside a building if you wanted to.
Okay. I was thinking about putting Rook in an ambush position at the corner of that fence, all the way down the other end of the street there.
Corner of the fence. Of course, I'm on the wrong camera. Corner of the fence.
All the way down to the opposite end of the street from you.
Way over there?
Yeah, so that he can ambush.
Rook is not a good ambusher. To perform an ambush attack, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. To perform an ambush attack, you've got to first give the enemy an opportunity to spot you. So an ambush attack will always be preceded by a spotting check. Anytime you try to sneak up behind somebody, you could accidentally step on a twig or something like that.
Okay.
And
the guy walking the beat there is, what's his? He's got 1d6s in.
Yeah, they got
finesse,
1d6.
right?
Yep. So all
which
of the
is
baddies,
it's about equal for Rook because he's got 1d6 and might, finesse, and
Uh-huh.
cunning
He
also.
does. He does. Unfortunately, you have to beat his roll. So as
Oh,
long
I
as
see
he,
what you're saying.
yeah,
Yep.
as long as he rolls none, as long as he rolls a 0, as long as he doesn't pass his check, then
Okay.
then you do have a chance. But that's not a good chance, right, Charlie?
All right. Well, then
Because
put him up next to the vehicle in the alley on that same block.
okay, over on that one maybe.
So that he's out of sight of the guy on the other side of the street. Do you see what I'm
You're
saying?
talking about this one over here?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That
All
way
right.
he's out of sight of the
Where do you
guy on
want
the other
Jack?
side.
Where do you want Jack Spade? He's your
Over by,
sidekick.
is that a fire truck there?
Uh-huh. Over by the
Yeah,
fire
over
truck.
there.
Okay.
Yep.
You have Pop's Argosy with his Zinco Grammeter. Where's he going to be?
Oh boy.
Over by the fire truck as well.
Yeah, I think
The
so.
best thing he can do is maybe try to do plot points. He's not really much of a fighter.
No, but
Then
he's got that fancy
you got
machine.
little Okie June, so she could walk around and do some stuff as well. What is she gonna do? Over there with the rest of them, or with Rook? I don't know. Sometimes you want these guys just like out of the way during the stealth portion of this
Right.
scenario.
Let's put him over by Rook so that we've got teams
Okay.
going on.
All right. And then we've already drawn cards. We're starting turn number 1, and we are off. Now, depending on the sort of league that you're playing, depending on the sort of league that you have, you can approach this scenario different ways. If you have a very action-oriented league, if you have a very stealthy league, you can go through this scenario playing it very stealthy. We've had people quite literally start shooting on turn number 1, which just raises the alarm. Now, not necessarily. You can make an ambush attack from with shooting. It's just assumed that it's a silence, or you're using a blowgun or something like that.
Knife in the back.
But we've had we've had players quite purposefully just set off the alarm and say, "To heck with it. Let's just play it hot." And that just means that the baddies are coming after you. And we may end up there anyway, regardless of whatever stealth you think you're going to do. Somehow the baddies will always get a chance to try and get you. Now,
I've never
normally,
made it through one of these scenarios past turn 2 before they start that. So
normally the baddies will only get to roll for spotting on their activation. It's an automatic thing. They'll just get to roll for a spotting check when they activate. However, they will also get a chance to roll a spotting check if they are attacked. There are also a few other things that allow them to spot enemy characters. If an unhidden character is moving in front of them, then that automatically they spot you because you're not hidden, right? They'll just set off the alarm. So what's the first plan here? You want to have Red Queen try and take out that guy, or what are your thoughts here?
well, she can't attempt the plot point without.
It is over 6 inches right now.
Right.
So she could move up and she could try a shooting attack on that guy, which again is a she can move up, to within an inch or so from the plot point, and she could try to do an ambush attack on that fella.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Boys and girls, let's see how this goes. So for the ambush attack, that little fellow is going to get to roll 1d6 as his cunning to try to spot you. He does get a success. And that means the tricky part there is that Red Queen must roll at least 2 successes. She must win the check. She does have a double effort in her hand. She doesn't need it though. 784. So he turns as she's approaching. Maybe he sees the shadow or something, but he's not startled, and he is still. So that means she gets a unopposed attack. So 4 die 10 as a shooting attack. Okay, and she gets 2 successes. He'll get a 2 dice health check, and he fails. These are level 1 characters. For a stealth attack, for an ambush, if you successfully put the character down or out of play, then you remain hidden. And at this point, Red Queen is still hidden, and the alarm was not sounded.
That's why she's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. So he never even saw that one coming. He never even saw it coming. Now you have to remember that Red Queen, in theory, is in league with the Spectre of Vice Alley. So the Spectre of Vice Alley is like the kingpin that rules over Vice Alley, King City. He has, what appear to be supernatural powers to teleport around the city, to appear invisible, to control people's minds. Red Queen has started figuring out that what appear to be supernatural effects may actually be the result of some sort of strange technology or science. So she's trying to piece together some clues about what is allowing the Spectre to do these things. That's the double cross, is that she's tired of being under his shadow, and wants to get out on her own. Now, what is Jack Spade gonna do? Is he gonna move towards the plot point? Is he going to what's he gonna
Yeah,
do?
he can
He's
move
over there
towards the
by the
plot
fire
point.
engine. Okay.
He can move towards the plot point. I know he can't access it yet, but
All right, so we'll put him out here. Ways. Then we have Pops. Does he want to use his Zedinko grammeter? Maybe move towards Jack as well and use the grammeter?
yes, please,
Okay,
because
so
that
we'll flip.
allows him extra possible points.
Uh-huh. We flip it
Uh,
over. He drew a 1 with, let's put the camera up. He drew a 1 with finesse. I don't think you have a card right now that could help you with this. So here is
no.
the roll. Here's the roll. We only need a 1 success. We did not get it. So right now the grammeter is not helping out. And then you have 2 other characters. You have Rook and June over there. Now I'm really worried about their positioning. They are behind that truck, but if this fella comes around the corner, he's going to be getting into a tricky spot with them. Do they want to stay where they're at, or are they looking for a different? Oh, look at these. Oh, look out, Charlie. There's a fella that could be spotting them. We need to get them moved. Let me see if I can get a little more angle here for you. This fella over here, he's heading towards them. He's going to come around this corner here, and if he rolls like a 3 or a 4, maybe he's gonna spot both of them.
So
They
that's
need to,
only like 12 inches over to there.
yeah.
Okay. I
It
haven't
is.
seen the actual alley. Can they scooch kind of out of visual of both guards?
Well, they're just gonna get trapped doing that. I mean,
Okay. Well,
they're gonna get back in the alley like this, right, hiding from that guard. But then this
do
guard
they
has a
hide from
lot.
the other guard too, or no?
No,
There's a
no.
building
They
in the
need
way, so I can't see it. Oh,
no.
now I see.
Well,
I see. Okay.
right.
Yep.
This guy's going to come around this way. They're going to get trapped going this route. They need to get out. They need to get to the other side of the road.
Yeah.
They're in a bad spot here.
Yeah, let's
They
go
got
ahead and
guards
move
coming
them
at them from both directions.
from where they started. Let's go ahead and move at
I
least.
think at least way over to this alley, way over here.
Yeah.
They could do a run move. Right now, nobody has line of sight to them. Right now, nobody has line of sight. So let's just move
Right.
them on a run and just get all the way to the other side, both of them, because if they were about to get trapped by 2 different guys coming towards them. Now that means those 2 characters are not hidden at this time. Not a big deal, because Not a big deal because nobody is in a position to really spot them. So could not have raised the alarm by running across there. And that's something you just write. It's like a James Bond sort of style mission where you just have to figure out when you can run and when you can't. So I'm going to mark the hidden characters right now. Right now, there are only 3 of the characters that are actually in hiding. And that's Red Queen, Jack, and Pops. The other 2 characters technically right now are not in hiding. So if an NPC moves where they can see them, then they will automatically see them and start the alarm.
Okay, that's the end of my activation.
Yep, so now the baddies will move. This fellow over here is moving 5 inches this way. This fellow over here is moving 7 inches. That's not good. I think he heard their footsteps. I think he heard something over there, and he is coming. He is coming around that corner. He's going to get a spotting check on Red Queen. This is bad. This is bad, boys and girls, right there. All right, now from right there, he cannot see Jack Spade. Jack Spade is back a little bit further, but he does have a line of sight to Red Queen. So she's going to have to try to pass a spotting check. Now, don't want to confuse anybody. A spotting check is always called a spotting check, regardless of which side is doing it. So she is not rolling a hide check. She is not rolling a stealth check. She's rolling a spotting check. She basically wants to win the spotting check, and that means that she avoids being spotted. So when a character gets a bonus on a spotting check, it's important to remember that helps them not only to spot hidden characters, but it also helps them to hide more effectively. So here's his 1 dice. He gets a 5. She'll need to try and beat that. 9 and a 4, and she remains hidden. Okay. I have 2 other ones moving. I have the one that's around that corner. Oh, I don't have my camera set up. I have the one that's going to be coming around that corner, probably down there. 5 inches. He's moving along his patrol route 5 inches. And that's going to get him over here too. He comes around, and let's see if he's got 12 inches to Red Queen. He also has 12 inches to Red Queen. Again, Jack is just barely out of it. So he will get to roll a spotting check on Red Queen. He did not get a success. Now, it's important to remember this. Red Queen must win the roll. So simply because he rolled a 2 doesn't matter. He sees her.
She's got to roll. Yeah.
He sees her, but does he see her as a threat?
Or just a lady of the night.
She passes her. She gets 10 and a 4, so she is hidden. And that's all the baddies, all except for that one. I got another one at the back of that, back of the warehouse. He's moving 4 inches. Boy, they're trucking along pretty good. So he's going to come up that ramp and just get tucked into the back of the warehouse, and that's where he's located. All right. So that was all 4 of the patrols. The wandering NPC is eliminated. So that one does not. Oh no. Okay. See if that works. Stupid technology. Are we back? Is everything back?
Yep, looks like
Okay.
it to me.
All right.
So that was the end of turn 1?
That was the end of turn 1. We're going to start turn 2. We're drawing cards. Your card is a move over. My card is a hostile. Ooh. Says play immediately. Deploy 1 ready NPC level 2. 1 die 8 from the center of the table in a random direction. 2 inches.
Yeah, I think
Well,
you're cheating.
well.
I think you're cheating.
Well. A
Hey,
level
what was
2 and
I hate to interrupt, but what was my card? I'm sorry.
move over.
Move over.
What you can play that when after a fight or opposed check is resolved, and you can move the character X inches in a direction. Let's see. I think this is an animal. Yeah, it's got no chute, so we're gonna put Chester out there. Yeah, and he is 2 inches. Oh, there. He is 2 inches over here. Well. Now that is tricky. All right. What is Red Queen going to do?
Well, she kind of has to go after the plot point.
And maybe she could count on Jack to take out Chester. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to or not. That's going to be a really bad one there.
Or, well, I suppose, yeah, no, it would be better for her to go after the plot point. Never mind.
All right.
Just go ahead and do that.
All right. So she activates. She moves up to the plot point, and she can attempt the plot point. Here is your peril. It is 1 with might or finesse. She has 4 die.
No problem.
Yeah, she's got 4 die 8 and finesse. That's her sweet spot. Easy peasy. She beats that. The plot. Oh, and the plot point is a yellow card. So we'll draw a yellow card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow cards here. We'll say 1, 2, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a mysterious code. A mysterious code. She's going to have to roll 2 successes with cunning. She only has 3 die 10 in cunning. And here is the roll. 1, 2, 3 die 10. She got 2 successes she needed. The plot point is completed. So that is removed. Now, she is no longer in hiding.
Right.
Performing an action takes her out of hiding momentarily. Mysterious code. So the reward for the mysterious code, we're going to attach it to her card so that she's picked it up. After you roll for a challenge, you may add 1 success, but that is a 1 use. That is 1 use. So you could use that on like a peril or a plot point. Doggone it. We forgot to roll for Zelda. Her mystic. Purely for entertainment purposes only, she has a local fortune teller that she visits on a 4, 5, or 6. Okay. Zelda was not home at the time. So we the phone line was busy. So no Zelda help today. She's out of hiding. Now, she has what's called a clever disguise. So at the end of her activation, she could discard a card to become hidden.
Okay.
But you're going to have to give me a card. Gosh, I don't know.
I'll give up the sidestep, I think.
Okay. All right, sidestep gone, and you are back into hiding. You know what? I should have asked you if you wanted to. I don't think you would have done it, but Rook and Okie June could have used the disguise also when they ran over there to go immediately back into hiding, even though they moved over 6 inches. They could
Yeah.
have run over there and gone
No,
into hiding.
no, I
Um,
wouldn't have wanted to waste cards on that.
yeah, okay. So Red Queen has activated. Now, what is everybody else going to do? Because, oh, we have to put a new plot
Now,
point
I was
out.
just going to say, now we get to come up with a new plot point, right?
Yeah, we have to put a new plot point out. Let's see. Plot points. It's just 1 die 8 in a random direction. Place a new plot point 1 die 8 inches in a random direction. So
To your left would be good.
she finds a strange cable coming up out of a manhole here. Well, it is way over there. That is an 8 inches over there. That's going to end up inside the house. That's going to end up inside the building, I think. We got to do a drawing. We need to do a drawing, everybody. We need to do it before my YouTube freezes up again and I can't get it back on. We got to do a drawing. We're going to stop everything. We're going to place this new plot point. 8 inches. It is, brother. It is. It's inside that building right there. 8 inches. I'm going to give you a picture and then I'm going to do the drawing. 8 inches from the center of the table ends up right over there. Now, Rook, if he wasn't such a ham-handed knucklehead, he could probably sneak through that window and get up there and do that plot point. Okie June is probably in range. I don't think anybody else. Nobody else is in range, but I guarantee you they need to get away from these sentries that are moving towards them and get back down this alley. But look out, because this guy's coming around this way. So he's working his way around. You have to just hope he's really slow or something. You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do. Now, both of them could go through this window. That's a difficult move. As long as you don't move over 6 inches, you could get inside this building and out of line of sight of everybody. Same thing with Pops could do it. And even Jack could get over there. All of them could get inside that building if you wanted them to. But we'll stop the moment right now. Right now, only Red Queen is activated, and we need to do two things. We need to try and give something away. So, when I'm producing all of this, a new product, I create a lot of prototypes because it works better if I can actually see what I'm trying to sell you guys, right? And the truth is that we're going to be using this stuff for the next 10 years. So I really want it to be good because we actually use the stuff that we make a lot. So we make a lot of prototypes. I probably made, at least a half dozen or so spell decks of different types along the way while we were doing this. And at one point they had a butt-ton of magic items in there. Now about half of the magic items were removed. Actually 7 magic items were removed out of the stack. And I really never even did anything with them. I don't think they made it into the arcane relics or anything. But anyway, you could use these in a game. I don't think they changed significantly as we were going along. But I would probably just end up throwing them away. But I'd rather give them to somebody. These also have the old backs. So these are, you can see from the old backs of the cards, they had the asset on there. We changed that. We got Ollie to do us up a new back for those, and she did an awesome job on those. So, so the new cards have new backs. These are prototypes. I'm not going to say that they were never used because they probably were used. But if I don't give them away, they'll just sit around here and collect dust, so I want to give them away. So I'm going to roll a dice, and then we'll count down the list, and we'll see whose name pops up. I need a D20. Oh, here we go. All right, let's roll.
Drum roll, please.
This camera. Always make sure you have the official envelope to write your stuff on. Here is the number. 4. And the fourth name on the list is Pagum. Paige. Paige got the fourth one. So Paige, I meant to say which one of these Paige was going to get. Paige, it was the 4, and we'll just do it randomly. 1, 2, 3, it says 1, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So Paige, you got the, at this point in, these were caster relics. So these were 8 items that were intended only to be used by casters. Now, later on, we changed that format, and it doesn't say that on the cards anymore. So now I have one more. Let's see what we're going to do. We'll skip over Paige. We're not going to let Pagum win 2. 16. I don't think I have 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Oh, I only have like 14. So we're going to roll again. 2. Number 2 is Davros. Davros, you got the arcane relics. Oh, sorry. Arcane relics. It's not my fault. Arcane relics going to Davros. And the other one goes to, I want to roll one more time. One roll. Hey, let's do a bonus. Let's do a bonus gimme. Can I do one more? Can I do one more?
Sure. Absolutely.
How many folks are on here right now? We're going to do it. We're going to change it up a little bit. Let's see. I can't do it that way. No, I'm going to have to just use my list. I want to do these 3. I want to do these 3 familiars. They're not all 3 familiars. Jeremiah and Ibn al-Razi are familiars. These are associates. They use the normal associates rules. They have a little bit extra stuff added to them. They're blank on the backside, so if you think I gave them stupid abilities, you can just give them the abilities that you want. We have the Lovecraft Circle. You can even rename them and give them some other name if you so choose. So these will also be part of the spell deck. I don't think these changed any. I think these are actually the same as these. So the new versions I don't think are any different. But let's roll one more time, and we'll let somebody win all 3 of those familiars. So we'll roll again. 7. Wonder who 7 is. Starting from the top of the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is Jim Stute. Jim Stute, you won the associates. Now, to claim your prizes, everybody, to claim your prizes, you must claim your prizes. To get your prizes sent to you, you must claim your prizes. To claim your prize, you have to send me an email or a Facebook message. That includes your physical mailing address. Please do not assume that we know what your physical mailing address is. Please don't assume that we're just going to send it to you. If you do not claim your prize, then it will not be sent. And we need you to send us an email or a Facebook message that includes your physical mailing address. And then Bessie will drop it in an envelope and send it off to you. Congrats to our winners. Congrats to our winners. All right, let's continue.
Okay. Yeah, I think
everybody
I'm
jumps in the building? Is that crazy?
No, it is crazy because they're probably going to fall trying to crawl in the windows, but
we'll
start with Okie
because
June.
It's not over 6 inches. So they won't fall. They would only fall if they were moving over 6 inches. So everybody moves 6 inches. So she gets inside easily with plenty of room to spare. Rook gets in. Pops Argosy, moves his 6 inches. He's right next to the window. And he can do his challenge. There's no reason not to. So he fires up his Argosy Grammater. He's got to roll 1 success with finesse or cunning. So he, oh, damn it. Oh, I can't switch cameras and do stuff at the same time. All right, so he's got to roll 1 success on 2 dice. He does not. So again, he's not. He's bitter. He's bitter. He's bitter about.
He needs to change the batteries in that thing.
I think so. And then he'll get in there. Now, I think they could all be in hiding now also because they're all out of line of sight. They're all out of line of sight. June and we didn't say it at the time, but there's no reason not to go back and just say when June comes in here, since she breaks line of sight, she can perform an action and go into hiding. Same thing with Rook. He moves in there and goes into hiding. So I'm going to take the black dots off because at this point everybody is in hiding again. Everybody in your league is in hiding.
Okay.
And now we start moving the baddies. So this one will immediately get a spotting check against Red Queen. This one will immediately. So as soon as he activates and he's within 12 inches of a hidden character, that's, oh, got the dice dip right over my little fella. There you go. Now you can see him. So as soon as he activates within 12 inches, or if he had moved within 12 inches, he would get a spotting check. So the very first thing that happens is he gets his spotting check, and he will roll 1 die 6. He gets a 4. She's going to have to beat that. She's got to beat it. And easy peasy, she remains hidden. And he will now continue his activation by moving 3 inches. He's definitely slowed up a little bit, though. He sees her. He's not sure.
Well,
1,
she looks
2.
she looks good, you know.
He slows down a little bit as he's approaching her. Not sure what she's doing over there. I have this fella here. Let's go ahead and roll for him. He doesn't have a spotting check to make, so he'll just move his 1 inch. Boop. He's a gold bricker. Look at him over here. Look at him. He's out of line of sight of everybody. And what's he immediately do? I think he's sitting down to take a nap over here.
He's having a smoke.
I know what he's doing over there. Ah, jeez. And then that fella over there will immediately get a spotting check as well, I think. We'll just double check his LOS a little bit.
From way over here in Michigan, he looks like he's too far away.
Yep. You are correct. He is in line of sight, so he will roll as well. So here is his roll. He will roll to see if he can tell that she's up to no good. He passes. She's going to have to get 2 successes. She does. She is extremely stealthy. She's the sort of character that can remain hidden for quite some time, but it only takes 1 failed roll to let him sneak up on you. So that guy will move a D8 inches along his path. Okay, he's not slowing down. He's moving it. He's going to move 6 inches towards her. He's almost makes it to that next marker. And then I have a fella inside the warehouse over here. And he moves 8 inches. Let's see where he ends up. He does not get out onto the street, but he is right here, just inside this front door. Just inside, just on the other side of this door. There's another fella right over there. And that's all my baddies, and that's the end of turn 2. So Red Queen, that marker was placed 8 inches away from her. So we know she will not be able to get to it and do it this turn. We know without a shadow of a doubt that it is too far for her to get to in 1 turn. As we start turn number 3, here is your new card. Desperate Ploy. Okay. You can play this on any character before they roll for a challenge. Or it doesn't say challenge. It says rolls for any skill. Here, I'll go to this camera. So you can play this card before any character. So it's not just one of yours. You can play this on an NPC. You can play it on an enemy. You can play it on a friendly character if you're playing co-op. Before a character rolls for any skill, the character gains a +2 bonus. After this roll, however, the skill drops to no dice for the remainder of the turn. So they're going to get a +2 dice bonus for one roll, and then they can't use that skill again for the rest of the turn. So I've seen that played on all kinds of situations. I've seen it played on NPCs, especially like a big scary monster. If you're gonna try and get around it and try and beat it down, go ahead and give it that +2 to its brawl or whatever for one roll. But if then you send in the other characters around it, and now it can no longer brawl. Very interesting card. That was yours. Mine is a clear shot. Clear shot. I don't think my guys have any shooting, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you to activate a character. What you going to do?
Okay, well, I realize she's good at hiding, but I think maybe we need to put her someplace where she won't be that visible.
Okay. So heading maybe towards this alley,
Yeah.
maybe she heads over here to this, just outside this window here. She can't make it to the building, I don't think.
Well, I don't want her to go in the building, so.
Okay. All right. So she could either be right outside the building by this bench, she could be standing out here, or she could be back in the alley by this window on a 6-inch move.
Let's put her over by the bench, please.
Okay. All right. She is by the bench. That was a 6-inch move. The clever disguise allows her to remain hidden, so she does not have to do anything else. Everybody at this point is hidden. So what are the 4 numbskulls in the building going to do? Is Jack going to
yeah,
try
Jack
his
needs
hand
to
at going for the plot point?
Jack needs to try it for the plot point.
Oh, Jack, that's not what they hired you for. You were not hired for plot points, sir. You were hired for busting heads. Oh, Jack, you fool, Jack. All right. So he activates, he moves up, he sees something strange here. He starts fiddling with it, but wait, there's a peril. And the peril is dun dun dun. Let's see, what camera am I on? How do I get my thingy up? That's the question of my life. 1 success with finesse or cunning. He's got 2 die 6 in both of those. 2 die 6 in both of them. All right. All he has to do is get 1 success. 1 success. That's all you need here. Come on, Jack. You can do that.
There he comes.
He does. He squeaks
Yes.
by. He squeaks by with his 1 success. And now
let's see.
We're going to draw one of the yellow cards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one of these that actually has a 1 success on them. There's also one that has 3 successes. You don't want to draw that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. First card is disturbing remains. There's a dead body laying on the floor that's been pulled apart. Strange. Gonna have to roll 2 successes with might. That's all he has is 2 successes. Look at the results of failing this. Failure means that he has to draw a horror card. Oh my dear. He's gonna have to roll double successes. Just for this one, I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want to roll the red dice or the white dice?
I'll take the red dice.
The red dice. All right, the red dice are going into the cup. Here we go. We need 2 successes. Is it up? Okay. Here we go. Gotta get them both. Gotta get them both, Jack.
Bingo.
A 4 and a 6 is double successes. Jack Spade completes the plot point Wham, bam, ladies and gentlemen, it is done. So we're going to attach that to him. Now, if he had failed that, he would have drawn a horror card. We're going to attach this to him, and before you roll for a challenge, gain an X bonus. So before he rolls for a challenge, like a plot point or a peril,
Yeah. Is that a one-time shot?
this is a one use as well. All right. Now we get to place a new plot point. Oh my goodness. Look at him being all stealthy and sneaky. Now at the end of Jack's turn, do you want to put, at the end of his activation, do you want to discard? We should have remembered that desperate ploy. Oh,
Yeah.
it.
I didn't
I'm
think of it
sorry.
until
We're not
after
thinking.
we
Yeah,
already
we're
did
not
it.
thinking about your cards. I need to. I need to make a better effort to remember your cards. So I'm gonna put your. I'm gonna put your next plot point out. 2 inches. It's just right outside the window. 2 inches. 2 inches right outside the window, Jack. It's right out there. He follows the signs.
The corpse was pointing back at the window.
Yeah, and
And
look,
that's
Red
where
Queen is within striking range. Oh my goodness. So at the end of Jack's turn, or is at the end of his activation, want to discard a card and go into hiding? I don't know that it's necessary here because you're out of line of sight of everybody, so nobody could actually see you. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can remain where you're at.
let's have, yeah, I think I'm going to do that, but let's have Pops do his Argosy roll.
Okay. Does he want to move before he does that, or is he happy where he's at? I think he's happy where he's at.
I think he's fine.
All right. Here's his Argosy roll.
Yeah.
Argosy Grameter. He's trying to crank it up. He has to roll 1 with finesse. It's all about timing on these things. See, he's cranking it too hard. It's a smooth crank. You can't just yank on it. You can't just yank on it.
Yanking is bad, yes.
Yeah, you gotta get into the rhythm. He's got 1 success. He needs to roll 1 success, right? On finesse.
Yep.
He does it finally. Finally, he has added a token to his Zdinko Grameter. So we're going to put a little chip on there. Now he can use that as a bonus to on a challenge. All right. So also he's out of hiding now as well. So performing an action does take you out of hiding. We still have 2 characters that have not activated, Rook and June. Are they just happy where they're at, hanging out in this house? Do they want to move to the front door or move to the window, or do they want to go somewhere?
They should probably move. Well, yeah, let's put both of them back out into the alley through the window.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No?
No, because that puts them into possible line of sight of baddies.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Standing out in the alleyway does not give you any cover. That is a
well, but they're hidden, right?
Sure, they're hidden, but they won't stay hidden when this guy moves 2 inches and sees them down there. They won't be hidden.
All right, just leave them where they're at for right now.
Yeah.
I don't think moving them is going to help any.
Okay, they can hang out where they're at. So they'll remain hidden. So we have 2 characters that are no longer hidden. So I'm going to put the black dots out there to help me remember who is hidden. I have 2 characters that are not hidden. So I'm going to put my black buttons out there to help me remember who is hidden. And now I'm going to start moving NPCs. So I'm going to move this one over here.
Yep.
This fellow way over here. Is it back here? He moves 6 inches. So he's going to come around. And he's coming up the backside over here. And I'll give you a quick view of that. So he was over here. And he moved 6 inches around to that side over there. So he's just continuing his little path.
He must have heard something going on in the building.
He did. He's coming around to that side. He's coming around to that side now. This fella here, let's see how far he moves. He's moving 7 inches. Okay, so it's about 2 inches to the pointer. Oh, he sees red queen. 2-inch move gets him here. Let's see if he's got 12 inches to her. He sure does. All right, red queen. Let's see it. Let's see that roll. He comes around there. He sees her over there. She sees something suspicious? He's trying to get an eyeball on it. Here is his roll. This is a spotting check. He got a success. That means she's going to have to get 2 successes. She needs 2 successes. This is not a challenge. This is a check. So her mysterious code will not help her. We do have some cards that could help her, though. We could post check. So we could wait on the double effort. As long as she gets 1 success, she could roll the double effort and get a 2nd success. She could also use the desperate ploy. I don't think that's a good idea, so I'm not going to.
I don't know.
Okay. So as long as you get 1 success, double effort could keep her hiding. As long as you get 2 successes, you don't even have to roll a card. You don't have to use a card. Easy peasy. 4 successes. She remains hidden. I have a fella right at the corner of that building.
Well, you got to finish moving the guy that just looked
Oh,
at
yeah. That was 2. 5 more. Thank you, Charlie. He continues off down the road. Now the fella that's at this corner over here, don't worry about. He only moves an inch, so I think he's stopping to get a hot dog out of that wagon.
Can he see her from there?
Oh, let's check. Oh.
I'll bet he can.
I think so. I think if we stretch this ruler a little bit, I'm gonna get an extra inch out of it. And he does
not quite.
Indeed. He does. He sees her.
Oh, does he? Okay.
So here is the roll. So can you see him right here? Yeah, he's right here by the hot dog cart. And he spots her over there. This is supposed to be nighttime. Probably not selling hot dogs at night, but you never know. Here's his roll. He got a success. She needs 2 successes to beat that. Easy peasy. Man, she is slinky. And that was his entire move. He only moved 1 inch. So now I have one fella that is just inside that door over there. Let's see where he goes. He's coming out 6 inches. So he's going to come out and about 4 inches down the street now. And he's coming down here to the shoe shine stand. Get your shoe shine. Get your shoe shine on. All right. And that's all the baddies. This is a 7-turn scenario. The goal for this scenario is to get all 5 plot points. It's kind of a trail of clues sort of scenario here. But you've got to piece together this strange riddle of the specter. It's going to end the turn. I don't get any new baddies. We don't have any recovery checks. Card draws. You got a costly gambit. So you can use this card to discard as many cards as you want. And for each card you discard, you get a +1 to a challenge. So rolling for any skill again. Rolling for any skill, not just a challenge. So this could be used for fighting or anything. You have 4 other cards in your hand, so you could play Costly Gambit, discard all of your cards and gain a +4 bonus. That's how that card works. The baddies got a bad luck. Okay, I think I'm going to play some cards this turn. Maybe, yeah. We've been forgetting about her gambler ability. Gambler. At the start of each turn, you may discard a card to draw a random challenge. If you pass, you become director or you draw 2 cards.
Yeah, I just have it. I knew it was there. I knew it was there. I just didn't want to do it.
You have the move over. You got the trip up. We might want to play that trip up. You got your double effort. You got your desperate ploy. Maybe the costly gambit. Because you're not really going to want to get rid of any of the cards in your hand. Do you want to get rid
Right.
of Costly Gambit to draw a challenge, or you happy?
I think might go ahead and do that. Yep.
Okay. All right. Costly Gambit goes. You got to roll for a challenge. 2 with Finesse or Cunning. She has 4 die 10 in Finesse. Easy peasy. So you're going to draw 2 cards. The 2 cards you get are Disarmed. I don't know why I'm holding the camera right in front of that. You got Disarmed and Distraction. Oh, interesting. You play that when an enemy activates, and that could hurt them on their Cunning check. Interesting. That might be a neat one to try and remember that you have in your hand. Now,
Yeah.
continuing your turn. Double checking your cards. So is she gonna go around there and do that
Yeah.
plot point? Man,
I think so.
she's a real go-getter, that Red Queen. She's a go-getter for sure. What was that? Oh, that was her challenge. Okay. So she activates. She moves around the corner. She moves around the corner to the plot point. Boop, 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 boop. And she comes out of hiding when she attempts the plot point. I'm going to scooch her back a little bit, put her back like that. Here is her peril. 1 with might. Well, now that's not great. That is not great for her, so maybe this is when a card gets used. 1 with might. She only has 2 die 8 in might. Not bad. That's a good chance.
She's got that add 1 success for apparel from that yellow card draw.
Yeah.
I think she can use that.
Well, you don't use it yet. You do that after you roll. So
Okay.
what we'll do first is you just go ahead and roll for it then. The only other card that maybe you would use would be the Desperate Ploy. But since we don't know what the plot point is, I'd maybe hold on to that. So here is her roll for the plot point. As long as you get one of them, a 6 is a success. She only needed 1 success.
Right.
So she gets past it. She gets past it. Now we're going to draw a yellow card for the plot point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 2 with finesse. 2 with finesse. You still have 2 things that you can use here if you get a bad roll. So just go with it.
Yep.
And you got it. 2 successes. The old friend is completed. None of that was on the screen, of course.
That's
so that will attach. That will attach to you. And now you gain the reward. Before you roll for a challenge, you can gain a plus X bonus. And once again, that is a 1 use. If you had failed it, that marker would have moved away from you. So we're going to attach that to her now. And, man, are you just like rolling through this and the alarm has not even been set off? This
so far.
This scenario is too easy. This is too easy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on because I never get past turn 2 with that
we
kind of
forgot
stuff.
about that NPC that's out in the middle of the table.
What?
Doggone
that
it.
dog.
The dog.
Well,
wow.
What do you want to do with the dog?
I don't know. I think I'm just going to take it off at this point because...
Well, you can leave it there and have it activate at the end of this turn.
Yeah. Hostile. I should have left that card out here. Hostile. NPC. For the center of the table, random direction. Okay. So it will follow its own movement rules. So it will not follow the same rules as everything else. It will rush you. Play 1 ready NPC below, 1 die 8 inches for the center of the table in random direction. Yeah, doggone it. I can't believe I forgot about that. That would have changed a lot. Having
I
that
forgot about
dog.
it too.
Yeah,
I forgot
I know,
about it
I
too
know.
because it
Yeah,
was a dog and I didn't.
having that. Yeah, I know. I sometimes just put dogs out there for fun. Having that dog out there chasing Red Queen around, which is probably what it would have done if it could have spotted her. If it could have spotted her. Now, at the end of Red Queen's activation, you're gonna have to give me a card, Mister. You're gonna have to give me a card. Maybe that disarmed.
Yeah, I think so because
Okay.
it's.
You're going to give me a card to go back into hiding. That's
Yep.
what that was for. That's the clever disguise. So she is back into hiding now. So the dog might not have been able to spot her. So it may not have changed a lot. So um, it could have gone after anybody that was not in hiding though. Um, I might have to rethink that. I might have to rethink what it does because the NPCs are controlled by the scenario. So it's just going to wander randomly. If it can't rush anybody, it'll wander randomly. Okay. Um, and we place a new plot point.
Yes.
Let's get back out here in the middle of the table. What do you say? We don't want it. We don't want it back in that building.
No, that alley's
What?
fine. I'm good with that.
No, that's not where we want it. That's not where we want it. 1 inch away from Red Queen. What the hell?
The
He
Phantom
has.
is not very good at hiding stuff. I'll tell you,
He is not. So 1 inch
he's not
away.
very good at. He's probably horrible at Easter egg hunts too.
We'll just put it right there. Doggone it. I don't know. I might get her. I think Rex out there is the dog to track her down and put a bite in that red apple. So what are you gonna do? You have two characters that are not hidden. If they're not hidden at the end of this turn, um,
Can you
he's
give me
gonna
a
come
shot down
after
the
him.
alley so I can see what's going on there, please?
Yeah. So I got NPCs over here and here that could see your alley. He's got line of sight to your alley. He's got line of sight to your alley. Rex has line of sight to your alley. This guy is coming up and will be coming down that alley. He's over right now. He's over here by the taxi, and he's going to be coming around this way. You know, this fella can see anybody in the alley. Oh, there's still two dots out there. I got to take one of those off. So, two guys are coming towards you. Two guys are going away. I'd be really careful moving anybody out in that alley. If anything, your fellas need to all go into hiding to try and stay away from Rex.
Yeah. Let's try to get everybody back into hiding again, please.
Okay, that's just an action. So blip, blip. It's easy to go into hiding. Anybody who thinks it's hard to go into hiding, it's not. It's not. It's just whether or not somebody else can see you. It's how well you do it, right?
Right.
So another thing about line of sight, and I think that the stealth rules is that you do have to block. You have to effectively separate line of sight from anybody. So ducking down behind a barrel is not the same thing as going into hiding. They still know where you are, right?
That's just
Ducking down
considered.
behind a barrel. That's
That's
not
just
really.
considered
Yeah,
cover.
yeah. That's not. You're not really. You're not really away from anything. They still know where you are. But if you can get around a corner or something where you can actually separate yourself from the viewer, then that's where, right now nobody even really knows they're in there. Um, we'll just see how that goes. Do they want to move at all, or are they happy in where they're at inside their little hidey hole? Just let Red Queen win the day.
Well, they just performed an action, so that means they can't move, right?
Well, two of them did. I think you had two that were just standing and they're already hidden. So two of them
Okay.
actually could have moved if they wanted to. I think Rook and June could move a little bit. Not much reason to, but I was just making sure you had the opportunity.
No, I think I'll leave them there because they can still
Okay.
get out either the door or the windows.
Sure. And that will end all of the player characters. We'll start moving NPCs. I'm going to start with Rex because I think he's sniffed something over there. And he's going to get an automatic spotting check on Red Queen. Yeah, he sees her over there. Don't think he doesn't see her. He
Yeah,
sees
she
her
doesn't have
over
anything
there.
interesting in her pockets, so he doesn't
Oh, I
care.
think she does. I think
No,
she does.
no
Here's
doggy
Rex.
treats.
Here's
No
his
doggy
roll.
treats.
Oh, he got nothing. But you know what? That
She
doesn't
still
mean
has to get
anything. She
something.
still has. She still has to win the roll. She still has to win the roll. So she's gonna have to get at least one success on 4 die 10. I've never even heard of such a thing. Okay, you barely got it. All right, so she remains hidden from him, and so he'll move a d8 in a random direction. He's coming over there though. Oh, he's not. Doggone it. He's moving 5 inches back this way. That stinks. I needed him over there chewing on you.
Nothing interesting going on.
No. All right. Everybody's hidden, so all I'll do is move randomly. And then the rest of them. This fella here does not have line of sight to you anymore, I don't think. I think the corner of that building is stopping it. Yep. So he'll just move d8 along his route, but it is a 1, so he only moves 1 inch. The guy that's at the corner of this building will get a spotting check. He gets a 1, so she's going to have to get at least 1 success. She does. 1 success. So that if he had passed that check, he would have just spotted her, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. He'll move 8 inches. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
He is out of there. He is going away. He goes all the way to the next orange dot. Doggone it. I needed him.
Snitched a couple of hot dogs and he's on the run because he didn't want anybody to notice.
Okay, that one over there. I got a fella that's over there by the taxi. So let's see how far he moves. I need him to haul. I need him a good 8 inches or so. 5? 5 maybe. Let's see what 5 will do for me.
That'll probably get him up to the corner at least.
5 gets me up to the nearly to the corner. And I got my roll. I got my roll for her. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, is there any reason you would have wanted to play a distraction on me when I activated? I keep forgetting to ask you.
No,
that,
I think things are going quite well.
Or the trip up, so we could try to remember all those things. Maybe the trip up on.
I have those 2 cards right in front of my nose, and I've been paying attention. I just haven't wanted to use them.
Here's his roll. Here's his roll. All right, I got my 5. I got my 5, Mr. Charlie. You're gonna have to get 2 successes. Do you want to, before you want to use your, can't use that. You want to use your desperate ploy to gain a +2 bonus? Nah, you don't want to do any of that. Oh, dice flying everywhere. And you beat it easy peasy anyway. All right, doggone it. She is so sneaky. Same James Bond going here. I still have 1 that hasn't activated. Do you want to play your trip up on him?
Where is he at now?
He's back behind the building that you're all hiding in.
He's still got to go around that corner, doesn't he? Yeah, I want to use the trip up on him to keep him down to 3 inches.
So it can't move over 3. I'll roll. Yeah. He rolls a 2, so I'll just move my 1, 2. All right, but I got the trip up out of your hand.
Well, it's kind of what I was going to use it for anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to come around that corner.
Yeah. All right. And that's all 4 of my fellas. All 5 of them, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All of them. Doggone it. Man, I can't get the alarm to go off. Red Queen is so sneaky. 4 dice and finesse. That's the sweet spot. If you have a character that you want to be stealthy, you want to be sneaky, 4 dice is where you got to try and aim for. And then you have to hope that the other side doesn't have anybody that's particularly cunning, because that's what they use to spot you with. You never, equal odds is not equal odds. Having 2 dice against 2 dice, you're going to fail that more often than not. Um,
Unless the dice are bigger, then you got a good chance. But...
yeah. Removing a
Okay.
bullet. We're starting
Turn
man.
5.
Turn 5. Here is your card. Can't see a thing. Now that's interesting. Can't see a thing. Wow, that's going to help you. Can't see a thing. Line of sight is limited to D6 inches until the end of this turn. If line of sight was already limited to 6 inches, you get to draw a card. Well, it wasn't. So line of sight is limited to 6 inches for the rest of this turn.
And that's an autoplay card, right?
Correct. Yeah, you don't have a choice. It just, yeah, it says it on the card. Play, you must play immediately. So it's that red text. So it just happens. But that does count as your card. So that was the card you got to draw. And for them, they drew an arm wound card. Okay. It's not going to really help me. All right. Red Queen, what are you going to do?
Well, she's going to waltz her little self over to that little yellow marker and attempt another plot
1
point.
inch away. All right. I got to have something to play on her. Any reason you'd want to try to do your gambler? I don't want to skip over that again. It's technically going back, but I don't want to skip over it. You have move over, which could move an enemy. You have desperate ploy. You have distraction. You have double effort.
I'll play the move over card.
Okay. All right. Move over is gone. Here is your challenge. Your challenge is 2 with might or finesse. You'll use your finesse. You want to throw any of your bonuses before the roll? You have one.
Yeah, there's the
you,
gain. I can gain X for this is a challenge, right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can gain X for a challenge once, so I'll do that.
Okay. That was your old friend. Old friend is gone or has been used.
It's been used, but
yeah.
Okay.
It's not gone. So you'll gain plus X, right? Plus X. So we draw X.
Now it's time
X
for 3.
In this instance will be 2, so we'll stick 2 more dice in the bucket. I dropped my other dice, so we'll just hope that you can make it on this. Easy peasy. You make it, so you're going to draw 2 more cards. Bippity. You drew a friendly face. That's interesting. And bad news. That friendly face may actually help me, though. You drew a bad news, so when I take a hit, you can add an extra hit to it. Friendly face, you can play this when an enemy activates and you gain a ready level 1 character pops up into play. Friendly face. You can play this when I activate one of my characters. You can put a level 1 character into play.
Oh, nice.
They'd have a good chance of being spotted, so you may wait until the alarm is raised, if it ever is. Are you going to go?
But I get to put it into play anywhere I want it, so he can still be out of sight.
It's not anywhere. No, it's not. It doesn't say anywhere.
Oh.
That's not what it says.
Well, it says put it into play. I didn't.
Deploy 1 die 8 inches away from an enemy in any direction.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it'll be 1 die 8 inches will be the distance from that character that you're triggering the event. So it'll be 1 die 8 inches from that character, but you do get to pick the direction. That is true. All right. Red Queen, you just gonna go get another plot point? Is that go ahead and do her activation now?
Yep. And we already did her challenge or her.
I guess I'll throw this unseen peril on you. Yeah, I'm gonna do both of those. I'm gonna do my bad luck. So when she activates, wait, she doesn't have anything that stops that, right? Okay. I'll do the bad luck and make you discard a card at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 was the bad news, so bad news goes away. And Unseen Peril makes her roll for a peril when she activates. 2 successes with finesse. Do you want to roll that the honest way or
At this point, I don't want to take the chance, so I'm going to add the 1 success for peril
Okay.
that she got on her other yellow card.
Yeah, that's actually done after you roll. So you get to roll first. You made the 2 successes you needed, so you don't need to use it.
So I don't have to use that other one.
Yeah. All right, and then you can go. Go up to my little plot point. Just gobbling them up. Here is your peril.
I thought we did a peril already. Oh no, you played a. Never mind.
Yeah, that
Never mind.
was an extra peril. Now I'm giving you a new peril. 2 with cunning or might. Now you're down to 3 die 10. You're gonna have to get 2 successes. You could use your desperate ploy and boost her cunning by 2 dice. You could use your desperate ploy to gain 2 extra dice, but you will not be able to use your cunning for the rest of this turn. Does that matter?
Finesse is what she uses to stay hidden, correct?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
We'll make it exciting.
Get an extra 2 dice.
We'll try to keep it exciting this way.
Okay. Extra 2 dice added in. Okay, this is for the peril. This is for the peril. You need 2 successes, 5d10. I think you can do that. 3 successes, so easy peasy. You got past the peril. We have 2 cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 is a chance encounter. You need 1 success with might, finesse, or cunning. 1 success is all you need. With might, finesse, or cunning, just go ahead and use your 4 dice finesse.
Yep.
Need 1. Easy peasy, you got it. And we will attach that. And all that does is it lets you draw a card. So we'll go ahead and draw the card. You drew a clear shot. The next card, the next plot point is the major plot point. So we will now place the major plot point on the table. 1 die 8 in a random direction. Yep. 1 die 8 in a random direction. 7 inches back down that alley. Good God. 7. Well, you know, 7 inches means that she's not going to be in range of it.
Right.
I don't think anybody else is. So 7 inches, although it's in a favorable position for you, it's actually going to put it down here into basically this green dot right there. So nobody else is near enough to do it this turn. We have an NPC out there wandering in that area. Not wandering, patrolling. So I'm going to kind of try to set up a little bit better angle for you here so you can see this. So this is the head of the NPC down here. Very bottom of the screen. There's where your last plot point is, right there. Your characters are all in here, kind of not within 1 to 2 inches of this window.
And there's a guy coming around that other building.
There's another guy over there. That guy coming around there. Need Rex to go in the right direction.
I may need those 2 extra turns. Or that extra 7th turn.
Well, this is turn 5.
Yeah, this is 5.
So 6 will be spent moving to it, and then you'll be able to do the final plot point on turn 7. How about that? We need to also remember that line of sight for this turn is limited to 6. So I have to be within 6 inches of you to roll a spotting check. Now, you still have 4 characters huddled together inside that house. Are they going to... What are they going to do in there? Are they just trying their best to not anger Red Queen and stay out of the way,
Try
or
not to gum up the works. Yeah.
yeah, no screw ups. What are they going to do?
And let's see. Jack has a decent shooting ability if things go sideways.
Uh-huh.
Pops needs to do his
Okay. Do your
activate his
action.
Argo Gameter again.
Grameter. Uh-huh. That will take him out of hiding to turn his little crank.
But he's in the
Um,
building, so
uh-huh. Yeah, he's out of line of
he's out
sight
of
of
LOS.
everybody.
So let's go ahead and
Uh-huh.
do that.
Okay. 2 with might or finesse. He cannot
He
pass that,
can't
so
pass that, so okay.
it's just done.
It's
And
worth a shot.
he's no longer in hiding. Oh, wait, he's got a bonus dice on there. If he used his bonus dice, he could roll 2 dice. I almost want to keep the bonus on there, don't you? Because if you
I want to keep the bonus so he can
yeah,
maybe use
yeah,
it later.
okay.
So yeah.
So he's out of hiding. So everybody else just hanging out in the building and hiding and ducking and gonna let Red Queen win the day.
So far, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because again, they could still get out and help if they need to.
So that's right. Yeah, they're in position to help. And so we'll roll for this fella first over here. 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's heading down that way. Oh, I need Rex. I need Rex to get a good bounce here. 3 inches back that way. Now that's not bad. He's heading in the right direction, sort of. See if I get range to get a spotting check. Oh, no, I can't get a spotting check on Red Queen. All right, and then the fellow that's coming around the corner over there. Let's go ahead and do this fella just because get him out of the way. 8 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and he's in the doorway. All right, so he's pretty much out of the game. That fellow over there, we'll do him as we're going around. 4 more inches down the alley. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fellow right there, who's so as soon as he activates, he will get a spotting check because he sees Red Queen, and he is within 6 inches. So
I want to. I want to use my distraction on him.
Okay.
Since he's activating.
Okay.
He suffers a -1 from might, finesse, and cunning. So
she is in hiding, right? Or did we?
She got the
She got the action, but she could use her. If you discard a card, we'll put you into hiding because I think that's what she should have done. Okay. You have a clear shot.
Yeah, we'll just use the clear shot for that.
All right, yeah. So we don't want to mess that up. This has been almost a flawless run, so we don't want to screw it up by forgetting something goofy like that. So he will get his spotting check here. Come on. Your luck has run out, Red Queen. Your luck has run out. Here is his roll.
Well, isn't that what the distraction was for? You get a -1.
Whatever. You cheater.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I played the card. I kind of want to utilize it.
Well, fine. I guess if that's how you want to play it. I didn't know you wanted me not to roll any dice. All right. So that means
he's just
all you have to do is roll 1 success.
Right.
Because you still, and so I'm going to put the super whammy on these dice. Woogity, 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 woo.
Yeah, I saw you change them.
I did. I swapped them out. All you need is 1 success. Hope against hope. Easy peasy. Okay. So she remains hidden, and he will now continue his activation. Following around. Oh, 1 inch. Well. That still leaves
Oh, man.
That still leaves him staring right at something shiny. That ends my turn. So can't see a thing, goes out. All of a sudden, in the entire neighborhood, all of the lights go down.
Uh-oh.
And it gets dark. Some sort of strange energy surge going through the lines there, where every all the lights all of a sudden kind of dimmed, and we're starting turn 6.
Yes.
Can't believe you're gonna sneak through this like a sneaker, like a dang
I
sneaky fella.
I have to say that this has been a good game to show
This
that
is fun.
the rule system always comes up with surprises. I, I
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
played this, going on almost 10 years now, and it never fails to keep things interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And you could have easily have done this different. This is just one of the ways that you can try to do this scenario. You have to play your league, right? If you
Right,
tried to do this with a league like, I don't know, Phantom Ace or something, he's not going to be able to do this. It's not going to work like this. It's going to be guns ablazing all the
right.
from turn 1 probably.
Probably, yeah.
So you play your league, and that's what's so fun about it, is that the different leagues have oftentimes an equal chance of pulling things off as long as they stay within what they do well.
Right.
Okay. um so the only character you have that isn't hidden right now is Pops. um we're starting turn 6. I didn't draw cards. Here is your card. Warmed up.
Okay.
And I drew a hands down. Well. So hands down is a play immediately. Once again, it says play immediately. That's what you do. And for the remainder of this turn, no fortune cards can be played.
Oh, joy.
Now, do you want to ditch your warmed up to try and draw 2 more cards, or are you just going to hold on to what you have?
No, I'll go ahead and do that because it's not
Okay.
going to do me any good.
All right. Warmed up goes. Your challenge is 1 with cunning. You have 3 die 10 in cunning. Easy. And you get 2 more cards that you can't use this turn. Boop. Oh, you got a free pass. Oh my
Yeah, there
god.
we go.
A lucky break. Oh, damn it. Damn
But I
it.
can't
Damn
use
it.
that this
Damn it.
turn,
All the
though.
hell. Oh,
I
I know.
can't use
Neither
that
one of
this
them.
turn.
But she's not in range to do the plot point anyway.
True.
Wow.
And then one more card, yes?
No, that was it. Lucky break and free pass.
Oh, I was too happy about the free pass. Okay.
Okay. Lucky break and free pass.
Okay.
Now, we are starting turn 6. So what is she going to do? She has baddies coming at her from 2 directions. So there's the final major plot point over there.
All right.
She's right here in the alley, not too far away from it, just about 7 inches away from it. This fella here is kind of eyeing her, but there's also another fella back here in this alley. She sees his shadow. She hears the clomping of his feet. She assumes it's probably not these guys. She hears something back in the alley walking towards that direction too. What is Red Queen going to do?
Oh.
Let me see if I have a card to play when you activate. Nope. Maybe I will. I can't think of any time that I would actually play this card. So I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna play parlay when you activate.
Oh.
So no character can move over. No character can move over 6 inches, and no characters can attack this turn. Oh, I can't play it.
Oh,
Hands
I was
down
gonna
was
say,
played.
no, you can't
Hand,
play that because we
hands
can't play
down
any
was played.
cards.
Yeah, hands down was played. Okay. So go ahead and continue your activation. I can't play anything anyway.
I think I'll move her up to the corner of the building on the side of the alley where she's at.
Okay, this corner over here by these trash cans.
Yeah.
Okay. So she
And
moves about 5 inches to the corner and then an inch around it. And she is standing right here, still in hiding.
So she's just
Okay.
going to kind of hang out there, I guess.
All right. She doesn't have an action to perform or anything, so she's just hanging out in a dark alley like, people do. It's not that uncommon. People just hang out in dark alleys sometimes. All right, now what about the rest of the numbskulls? What are they going to do in there? They're
I
just
kind of
hanging
want
out.
to. I want to leave Jack over near the window that's right behind him.
Okay, maybe just scooch
And
up next to it.
yeah, and I'll move the other three over near the other window so they can get out quickly.
Okay, if they need to. The back window,
Yeah, the one by
staying
by
out of
all the
line of
barrels.
sight. Yeah, staying out of line of sight.
Yes.
The only one that I have a question about is Pops. So he cannot do the grammeter and hide in the same turn because him cranking on his crank. Does he want to hide or does he want to crank his crank?
Oh boy. Let's let him go ahead and see if he can crank his crank and get what
That's
he's
the
after.
spirit. Here's his challenge. His challenge is 1 with finesse. He has 1 dice in finesse. Let's see if he can get it. Got a big cord sitting right through my dice. He does not. Okay.
He is very cranky now.
He's giving it. Everybody's going, Pops, will you please stop doing that? All right. No cranking today. Okay. All of your characters are activated. Now the baddies will start activating. I'm gonna spot you. You think you're gonna get through this, but you're not. I'm getting you. I'm gonna get you. We'll start with this one who's only about 4 inches away from you. He's got your number. He knows what you're up to, lady. Here's his roll. I'm gonna activate him. He's gonna get an opportunity to spot you. Nothing. Oh, God, I need at least 1 success. I don't really. As long as I roll absolutely no successes. Not that time. All right, he will continue his activation by moving 8 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he moves on past you and continues on his merry way. Now we'll roll for the one that's over there by that corner. He will activate. I don't know that he's got line of sight yet, so we'll go ahead and let him move. 2 inches. 1, 2. Let's just double check it. Oh, I don't think he has line of sight to you. Okay. If I needed to roll a little bit better than that. The other ones. Here is Rex, wandering. Ah, yes. That's what we needed to see. Rex is inbound. So
He's hoping the guy that came around the corner has a snack.
Yeah. So here's Rex at the end of the alley now. I still have 2 more guys to roll for. This one over here moves an inch. He's in. And that one moves 4. And that's all the baddies. And we're about to start the last turn of the scenario. Man, can't believe you're going to stealth your way through this damn mission.
I can't either. This is just crazy.
It is designed for this to be one of the possible ways to do it. It's not likely that you're going to get through this, but man, if you have somebody that's good at stealth, then okay, we're starting our last turn of the scenario. Red Queen under the nose of these characters is going to have to pick up that major plot point and win the day.
There she goes.
Yeah.
Saunter, saunter,
We're
saunter.
going to go ahead and draw some cards. So here is your new card. You got a second wind. You can play that to roll a recovery check. And I drew a I'll take that. That's interesting. Take one random fortune card from any other player and add it to your hand. A random. So you have 6 cards over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is free pass.
Oh man! What a lucky draw that was.
I'll take that free pass. Hee hee hee. Like that's gonna help. She doesn't need the damn free pass. And that card is gone. Last turn of the scenario. Okay. All right, brother.
Off she goes. Heels
Okay.
quietly clicking on the pavement.
Click, 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 click. Let's see if I have a card to play. I don't want my parlay now.
I was gonna say.
No, I got nothing. All right. So you move into contact with my plot point. No reason not to stay on the good side. And here we go. Well, this could be it. So she comes out of hiding when she attempts the plot point. Here is the peril. 2 with might or finesse. 2 with might or finesse. Double effort is played after you roll. You use that distraction. That's something more. Double effort is played after. And that card right there is played after. So you don't have anything to play right now. I guess I should have asked you if you wanted to do your gambler. I'm going to back up. Do you want to discard a card to do gambler? Second wind, maybe.
Yeah. Second wind would be a good one to unload.
Okay. Get rid of that. 1 with might or finesse. 4 die 10 in finesse. Four die 10. And you got it. And you'll get 2 cards. Bad feeling. That's nice. And buy some time. That's interesting. All right. Are you ready to draw your peril? Did we already draw the peril?
Yes.
We didn't draw the peril, did we? Okay.
No.
Here's your peril. 2 with cunning or might. So those are not her sweet spots. It is 2 with cunning or might. Now what you have to decide here, you do have a bad feeling in your hand. If you don't want to roll for that, we could swap it out for something else, but you do have...
I'm going to play that card right now and swap it out for a different one, please.
He says, I got a bad feeling about that one card.
I sure do.
I don't want to do that one.
I've gotten this far. I'm not going to screw it up now.
And now it changes to 2 with might only.
Oh, great. Okay.
Now you have 2 die 8 in might. This is the peril for that plot point. We're checking your cards. You have 2 things. You have 2 things that you play after you roll.
Right.
One is double the effort. So as long as you roll 1 success, you could double it to 2. The other one is mysterious code, which again, you play after you roll and it adds 1 success. So as long as you roll 1 success, it doubles it to 2. So all you have to do here is roll 1 success.
Get
on
1
2
success.
Die 8. I've never seen anybody fail that.
And why is it you sent Bessie away today? Did she, she helps me all the time. Yeah. Dave, negative mojo right there.
All right. Stir the pot. Hands down is gone. Um, so as long as he gets one success, he can boost it with the other ones. Now this is just the peril. If you haven't already, take a moment and hit that like button. We appreciate you guys jumping on here and watching this with us today. Isn't this a neat one? You know, it doesn't, very rarely does it go this far into the scenario without setting off the alarm. But Red Queen is the sort of character. Galgo Satana is another one that could stealth her way through this scenario. But it's fun when you have those options that the scenario, that every league doesn't have to play the scenario exactly the same way.
The only violence we've had was right at the beginning.
Yeah, she took out that one wandering guard, and that pretty much cleared it up for her. If that wandering guard had stayed in play, it would have been a much different deal. So here, you really only need one of these. Double ones. It's not my fault. I just want to make it clear.
Yeah.
Everybody out there.
You all saw it. He was waving his hands and doing the, the double whammy thingy.
Double ones. Huh. Who would have thought?
Okay.
I brought out my special dice that only have ones on them. See, these dice, a lot of people don't know this, but I made these dice special where I shaved off all the other numbers and they only have ones on them. That's all they have on all 8 sides. Gosh.
That's the first that she's blown it the entire game.
I know. And that was big because as long as she had just rolled one success. All right, so, well, the next thing that happens is she takes a hit. No, she takes 2 hits.
Two dice health check.
2 dice health check. And of course she's injured. Maybe the double cross. Maybe the double cross. Okay. So let's find out. So she came out of hiding to perform her action. She failed the peril. That ends her activation. At the end of your activation, so that's when Clever Disguise can kick in. It's not an action. It is simply part of you ending your activation, which is what's happening right now. At the end of your activation, if you're I changed that part. You could discard a card to immediately become hidden.
Buy some time.
Okay, buy some. The only reason I'm thinking about that one is because it could add a turn, and you might need it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Jack is not going to be able to get to the plot point.
Oh, he's not close enough?
No.
Okay.
He's just about an inch out. Pops can't because he has to go through the same window. June and Rook, because they're by that back window, they actually have room to get to that plot point this turn.
Yeah, but neither of them are any good at.
You're exactly right. Neither of them could possibly save the day.
Well, they could, but the question, it's very questionable. I'll change that then. I'll use the lucky break card to get her back into hiding.
Okay, lucky break. And that will put her into hiding. Okay. So it ended her activation and it injured her.
She got zapped by some kind of electrical charge.
Yeah, she did. She did, and it stung. Now, you still have 4 characters that have not activated. If one of them can pass a challenge, you could play buy some time and add a turn. Right now, she's back into hiding. If just one of your characters could pass a challenge, that's what triggers the buy some time.
I don't know
So,
what
for
challenge they
example,
can pass.
it would be the peril for doing this plot point. If okay, the desperate ploy is gone, isn't it? You don't
Yeah.
have that. If one of them could go over there and pass a peril, that would be a challenge. You
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not
Go ahead
saying
and
it's
send Okie June out there and let
okay.
her try.
Okay, June moves out there. She will lose her hiding button. And here is her peril. Okie June can win the day. Okie June can do it. Here is her peril. Bam. One with finesse.
Okay.
She has one dice in finesse. We roll a 4,
1d6.
5, or 6 here. We roll a 4, 5, or 6. 4, 5, or 6. And she will pass this challenge.
50-50 chance.
Did not. She'll take her hit. She's down. She yells out, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. Ow! And she's down. Your last chance is Rook.
Yep. Send him in.
Rook goes out there. Do 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 do. Okay, Rook. Can Rook pass a peril? Oh, we need that desperate ploy
Sure he
back.
can.
We need that. We need that free pass in your hand. Here is the peril. Here is the peril. Boop. 1 with might or cunning. He has 1 die 6.
He is an ex-boxer, so you know.
I know. He took a few too many punches to the head, though.
True.
1. All he has to do is get a 4, 5, or 6 here. All he has to do is get a 4, 5, or 6. And I'm going to try and make this.
The month.
I'm going to make this as fair as I possibly can for you. I got a red dice and a white dice in my hand.
Oh, stick with the red one.
I'm going to roll it. Which one is Rook? Red dice, white dice?
Red.
Today, red was not your friend. Red is a 2, white is a 4. Today, he takes his hit. Here's his peril, damage, and he is okay. So he is also zapped, and he goes, that kind of tingles. And that's going to be... No, it doesn't have to be game. Let's see. What other ridiculous...
Nobody else can reach it.
Nobody else could reach it, but you still have 2 characters that could potentially pass a challenge. So the entire table is dark and difficult. If Pops just takes off running towards this door over here, then he'll immediately have to take a peril.
Okay.
He can't reach that plot point, but if he can pass a peril,
he doesn't slip running, and fall on his face.
Here's his peril. 1 with cunning. He actually has 2 dice in that. And you could burn your 1 point of grammar to get an extra point on there.
Yep. Let's go ahead and do that. That's why he was saving those.
You got 3 dice. Your point is gone. And he passed it. So moves 6 inches or 7 inches, takes his peril, passes it, and you can play your buy some time to add a turn. Adds a turn to the scenario.
What a plot twist that was.
So what is Jack gonna do now? Because the alarm, we didn't give you an opportunity to discard a card for Rook. Do you want to discard one of your cards, double effort or friendly face, to put him back into hiding, or are we just going to go hot?
Well, the alarm, excuse me, the alarm just went off, right?
The alarm has not gone off yet.
Okay.
The alarm goes off if A hidden character is spotted. An unhidden character moves or attacks in line of sight. None of those have happened yet. Pops is
Is
in the house, so.
I mean, we got Okie June laying out there in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
That means she's visible, right?
Yeah, she'll get a recovery check at the end of the turn. She'll either go away or she'll be
Right, but
back
can
on
the
her feet.
guards, is that going to throw the alarm because she's
Yeah, if she
visible?
gets back on her feet, that'll throw the alarm.
Okay.
She
So
goes out of sight.
at
She
this
goes out
point,
of
there's no
action mode.
alarm until the end of the. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We still
Um,
got Jack to do something with. What's he gonna do?
let's
We
let's
need him
burn that friendly face card and put Rook
Rook
back into
back into
hiding.
hiding. Okay. Friendly face goes away. You don't need no friendly face. And Rook is in hiding. Okay, so now the question is, what is Jack Spade gonna do from inside the house? Is he gonna come out here? Or is he gonna move
Yeah,
towards
I think
Red
he needs to
Queen?
come outside.
Move towards. Oh man, we still have a high probability of somebody getting spotted, but not before you have a chance to do what you want to do. Oh no, I'm gonna roll for. I'll spot Rook. I'll spot Rook before this turn is over. And that'll set the alarm off. I just remembered I haven't activated any of my characters.
Right. No, you
Oh
probably will,
no,
but
Jack. Does Jack just move out? Does Jack just move out there and start shooting? I don't know. It's
I
up to
don't know what
you.
he's going to shoot at. He's
Well, you
got
have
what,
you
like
have
3 targets.
yeah, you have two targets at this end of the alley. So if you moved out here, you could try and gun both of them down.
Yeah.
But that will set off the alarm if you don't put them both down.
I think I'm going to save his shooting for the last turn. So
Okay.
just leave him where he's at.
Okay, he'll stay hidden. You know what? Let's at least move. Okay. All right. Now, that will end your turn. I'll start my turn. So we're going to activate this fellow that's nearest to you here, and he will get a chance to spot Red Queen and Rook. Is there anything else out there? Who is that? Oh, that's the other guy. Sorry, that's not who I should have activated. I activate that guy that's actually closer to Red Queen. So we're going to roll for him to spot Rook. One of these dice, I'm going to drop 2 dice in this cup.
Is he? Is Rook who's closest to him at this point?
Doesn't really matter.
Oh, I thought they had to try to spot the closest figure, but
Right. It doesn't matter because he'll either spot Red Queen or he won't. He probably won't. I'm doing Rook because it'll save time.
okay.
I don't have to.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It'll just save time. It doesn't mean he only gets 1 spotting check. So he would get to roll against both of them. So we're just going to do the one that I think I might be able to win against.
All right.
Both of them are only rolling 1 dice. Both of them are only rolling 1 dice.
Okay.
I got a red dice and a white dice. Which one are you?
I'll take white this time just to see.
Oh, you switched. See, you shouldn't have switched. There it is. You're white this time. Both are a success, and that means you did not win the spotting check. And that means the alarm is sounded. You are spotted. We'll go ahead and roll for Red Queen now. So I'll roll 1 dice. I passed. You have 4 dice. You beat mine, so Red Queen remains hidden. So now, continuing that fellow's activation, he will rush. He will rush at Rook. Where's the model at? There it is. All right, he will rush at Rook. Red Queen is still hidden, so I cannot rush her. But I can go give Rook a bonkin. See? We just needed this to happen earlier.
I knew it was going to happen eventually.
All right, I got 2 dice 6 against. I got 3 dice 6 against you. You want to brawl back with 3 dice
He's
6 or dodge with 3 dice 6?
yes, sir. I do. Brawl,
Okay,
brawl, brawl.
here's my brawl. 3 successes. Here's your brawl. Hey, what are you messing with over there? We're gonna. You made 3 successes as well, so we're gonna say take them all, and
Yep.
both of us will have to roll a 3 dice health check. You are the red dice. You failed. I failed. Both are. He's
Down.
gone because they're only level 1. So my little fella is gone. Your little fella is down. But the alarm has been sounded, and that means that they're all on alert now, and they will start moving towards player characters that are not hidden. Red Queen remained hidden. Jack is hidden. The only one I have that's not hidden, Pops must be making some noise back in there because now they are on alert. That'll probably work to your favor because this guy will activate and he will have a chance to spot Red Queen. If he fails that, he'll start heading towards Rook. He rolls.
Rook or Pops?
Pops. He got a 6, so let's see. You're going to have to get 2 successes. And he did. So you remain hidden, and he will take off 12 inches. Let's see. Oh, no. They'll only move 6. So Pops is the only character on your side that is not hidden. So, again, you can almost use that as a distraction in this scenario. But that's who he will move towards. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's right. Activating NPC 12 inches towards unhidden. Okay. He will not make it to you. He'll be just like a couple inches away from Pops. Oh, he'll also get a spotting check when he gets inside the house, though.
Oh, sure, because Jack's still in there.
Yeah, Jack's in that corner. So he'll get a spotting check against Jack. Here is his spotting roll. Failed. Jack still has to get a success on 2 dice. And he does. So he remains hidden, and the guy stumbles off through the door towards this fella, towards Pops. But that will end his activation. The last one will be... go ahead and move this guy 12 inches towards... The only thing it can move is towards Pops, so he'll run off this direction. So he's coming from across the street. He's headed over here now. It's Rex. If Rex could spot Red Queen, he can rush her. Here's his roll. He failed. As long as she doesn't blow this. Oh, she doesn't get D10s anymore. I should have remembered that on the first one, but not a big difference in the odds. He does not spot her, so I think he actually has 12 inches to Pops. Yeah, he does.
All right. But he does a spotting check on the way through too, correct?
Yeah, he'll stop and take a peek at. He'll stop and take a peek at.
I hear him barking.
I know. He's barking at him. He got a success. So that's going to make it awfully hard for Jack. Jack rolls 2 dice 6. He's going to have to get both of these. He fails with both of them. And, yeah, he'll just go after Jack. Jack is no longer hidden. All right. So we'll resolve that fight. Butch only rolls 3 dice 6. You could shoot with defensive fire with 5d8. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
I got 1 success. You got 2 successes. He will not block, so you'll take 1. You are injured. I take 2. Butch is gone. He's only level 1, so he's removed from play. And you are injured.
Poor puppy.
And then I think I still have... a couple more. There's shouting in the streets. I have a couple more to move just real quickly. This guy will come around this way. Oh, and I think I get new ones this turn.
You do.
At the end of the turn, I'll get some baddies. Gosh, we got all the way to the last turn. I actually had to add an extra turn, didn't we?
Yeah.
End of turn. If the alarm is raised, at each turn, deploy a number of NPCs equal to X plus the number of leagues. So it's X plus 1. 2 plus 1. Okay, so I get 3. And they all appear. New NPC deployed 1 to 8 inches from the plot point or character holding the major plot point. So 3 of them will appear over there. I don't know that any of this matters. She could probably just pick it up. 2 of them are 3 inches this way.
And they don't pop up ready, correct?
They won't. No, it's they pop up ready, but I'll explain it in a second, Charlie. They won't do anything this turn because the turn is already over. We've already entered the end of turn.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's when they appear. They appear at the end of the turn. So it doesn't matter if they're ready or not because they can't activate because the action sequence has already passed. That's how we got to the end of the turn. So yes, they come into play ready. It's irrelevant because they can't activate.
Okay, so recovery checks for
yeah. Let's see.
Okie June. We'll start with Okie June since she went down first.
We got red dice, white dice.
Oh, okay.
This is for the 2 characters that are down. Which one is red?
Okie June is red.
Okie June is gone. She says she's had enough of this. She's had enough of this nonsense. She's not sticking around. Rook, on the other hand, gets back to his feet.
And then Jack is injured.
Oh, and so is Red Queen. Yeah, we'll do another red dice, white dice. Red dice, white dice. This is for Jack and Red Queen.
Well, Red Queen has to have the red die, so.
And red is the winning number, so 6 shakes it, but Jack remains injured.
Okay.
And all you have to do is pick up that plot point, and this can be done.
Yep.
We ought to draw cards. Let me get a really good card.
Make it a good one? Okay.
This is for you. You drew a trip up. It's not bad, actually. And I drew a dangerous area. There we go. That's what I like to see. Okay.
Oh,
I got a dangerous area for
God.
you. All right. Hey, do you want to do a gamble?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'll play my newly acquired trip up for a gamble.
Okay. Gamble goes away. She's still in hiding.
She is.
Here is your challenge. 1 with finesse. She rolls a buttload. And passes. It gets 2 cards. The 2 cards you get are Lucky Break.
Okay.
And Out of Ammo.
Oh, well, that might come in handy.
Yeah, maybe. So, who is going to activate?
Red Queen is going to try to take the plot point now.
Yep. When she activates, I'm going to play Dangerous Area, and that's going to put a Perilous Area. I'm going to place it directly on top of Red Queen's noggin, and she will immediately take a peril. Here is her peril. This is a dangerous area, and it will remain in play for the rest of the scenario, for what it's worth. 1 with Cunning or Might. Those are not her sweet spot, but she still has 3 dice in Cunning. 3 die 10 in Cunning, and she's no longer injured. She only needs 1 of these. She got it. You want to play your Lucky Break and draw 2 cards?
It's either that or what's the one that I roll 1 success or more, I get to add?
No, buy some time was already used. That's what added a turn.
No.
You have
I
out
don't.
of ammo, double effort, and lucky break.
Okay. I forgot to
Well, I
cross one
got you
off.
down too. Oh, it's all
I
right.
forgot to cross one off. Okay.
All right, brother. Draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Okay. 2 cards are distraction,
Hmm.
steady aim. Okay. All right, let's just do the plot point. Here
Yep.
is the peril. 1 with finesse or cunning. All right, everybody. I need all of you thinking right now. I need all of you concentrating on ones. Everybody picture in your minds.
No, no,
Picture
no, no.
4 ones.
No, no, no,
4
no, no.
ones. 4
If you
ones.
believe, clap. If you believe in Red Queen, clap.
Need 1? You got it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so you pass the peril. We have 1 yellow card remaining. 1 yellow card remaining, and I think it's the bad one.
The
I
card
remember
of
right.
doom.
Yeah, 1 yellow card remaining. Now, it is the corrupt official. Roll 3 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. Well, we
Oh
know what
boy.
that's going to be. 4 die 8 in finesse. You
For the
have a
game.
card that can be used after you roll. You have 2 cards that can be used after you roll. Yeah, as long as you roll a success. As long as you roll at least 1 success.
For the game.
4 die 10, 1 success.
No voodoo whammies this time. Oh, see? I shouldn't have said nothing.
1 success will probably get it done. 3 successes will definitely get it done.
We'll definitely get it
you
done.
You didn't have to do a darn thing. You
3 the hard way.
You captured, yep. You captured the corrupt official who reveals a secret about the actions of the Spectre of Vice Alley. That was crazy fun. I cannot believe how fun that was with all the sneaking around.
Yep. It was fun. And we artfully used a lot of cards today.
Yeah. A lot of cards got used. I love the idea that you don't have to play the scenario the same way every time. I love that you can play your league. If you want a league that is very fighty, then you can play through the scenario fists and guns ablazing. You know, if you have a league that is very action, as in performing perils and plot points, you kind of play through it that direction as well. If you have a league that's very stealthy, you can play through it very stealthy as well. So this isn't what I would say is that's not a stealthy league, but Red Queen is hard to tie down no matter what scenario she's in. She's a handful.
I admittedly got very lucky.
Red Queen. I don't think so. I think we did I think you had a lot of good ideas as far as keeping your other characters out of the way.
Right.
Right. They didn't have to be out there, you know, setting off the alarm by finding a safe place to stay out of the way. They could effectively wait until they were really needed to rush out there and try and give some support. In many ways, she really did almost just play through this entire scenario single-handed.
I did get lucky with a couple of the guards loitering around, not doing their job.
Yep. Without adding that extra turn, it would not have been done. So you did get lucky getting the buy some time. We had several characters attempt, to get through the action. That's how Rook and Junie got, KO'd. Finally, Pops was able to get a challenge completed, and that added the extra turn that he needed. He saw a breaker box over there. He says, you know what, I bet if I pull that breaker, it'll shut off at just enough juice to give Red Queen time to do that. That's all part of the story. So very, very cool. Very cool. Congrats to our winners today. Don't forget to claim your prizes. So Davros, Paige, and Jim Stute. Congrats. Thank you guys so much for joining today. Pagum on here. I see Jason. I see a William Schmidt Matson. I see a Bob. I see a Reddy on here. Thank you guys so much for being here. So better than computers. Good job. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. So over the last couple of days, I sent out all of the PDFs for all of the digital stuff. So if you got a book or a pack of cards, then you will also get the PDF for that as well. So those are sent out. Neil Morgan's on here too. Yeah, throw a howdy in there if you're sitting out there right now. We also sent out the STL files for this Sisters Hanamura. Now those were only available as an add-on. The STL files, we're not sending those out to everybody. The only way you get the STL files was if you specifically added that to your rewards. Now, the other thing about that is that all of those STL files, or that STL file set, and all of those PDFs are also now available on our store. So if you missed something, if you didn't get the arcane weapons and you wanted them, they're available right now over at the store. So you can go download it right now. That's how I had to do it to be able to utilize our store to send out the files. Is I actually had to create the item on the store and then I could send them to people. So I couldn't like hide them or something like that. But that's, I don't know. It was felt kind of cumbersome, but probably just because it was my first time trying to do it this way. I tried to figure it out as best I could. There was one small mistake where in that group of files where one of the files appears to just be a JPEG, just an image. But I followed that up and added the correct file. So make sure you scroll through all of your files to make sure you got the right one on there. So you should have download links for all of those. You could just click it. I think it does take you over to the store. I think that's what it does. You hit the download link, it takes you to the store, and you just hit download now. And then I didn't realize that it put a cap of like 5 downloads. That wasn't. I guess that really shouldn't be an issue with most people, I would think. But I'll look at if there's a way to shut that off. I don't know. But if for some reason you burn through all your downloads, just let me know and we'll try and take care of it. That wasn't intended, but when you're doing something new, sometimes that's the way it just turns out. So now we're just waiting on the books and the miniatures and some tokens. And so now we're waiting on the stuff to arrive. So everything's been ordered. And now probably will be like, it will probably take about 3 to 4 weeks at least until we get everything, because the book printer takes a month. The miniatures printers take several weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. The card printer takes 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks. So sometimes we have to wait on all of that stuff to come in, and then we'll start divvying it up into boxes and start sending it off. So all the digital been scented. Yes, it did. It did get scented. Yeah, I think all the digital stuff. So if you go through your files and I missed something, which is certainly possible because it was only me here doing it. Normally I like to have Bessie here with me because she could check over my work and make sure I'm not screwing it up too bad. But without Bessie here, we just do it and hope for the best. So yeah, if you go through your files and you see something that I missed, then just let me know and I'll get around to it to try and make good on that to you and send you the missing file or whatever. So what we're working on next is I'm already moving on, and I have like multiple projects going at a time. I don't like doing that too often because that means nothing gets done. If I have too many projects going at a time, then I just get nothing done. But so the next thing that I'm working on is getting Tomb of the Serpent ready. It's the 10-year anniversary for the second edition version of Tomb of the Serpent, which is what this scenario is included in. But then we also are going to redo our fortune card, not our fortune cards, our horror cards and our solo deck. So those two things are behind the scenes. We are reworking on those. And the first prototype of the new horror cards, the new horror deck, and both horror card packs have already been ordered. So the first prototype of those has been ordered. So I will actually receive card versions. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's done because I will go through that and I will play with it, a dozen times or so, trying the cards in different situations and all that in combination with this, in combination with that, trying to see where it breaks. Or where we can make improvements, and then we'll make some changes and order a new prototype. So we do that a lot. Hey, Oog, thank you so much for joining. And then the new solo decks as well. There's several things. The horror deck, the horror cards, just they're both 10 years old now. The solo and horror deck were both released with the original Tomb of the Serpent 10 years ago. So over the years, there have been things that I've run into and I've gone, you know what? I wish I could change that. Well, now it's time. Now, with the 10-year anniversary of Tomb of the Serpent, we're going to take the opportunity to update the horror cards and the solo cards for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I need a new set of the horror deck because I've worn mine out.
Yeah. And now, that doesn't mean you have to buy them. If you're perfectly happy with the horror cards that we already have, and you think they're the cat's pajamas, then continue using those. This is not. This is a. I have seen things that I thought I could do better, so we're updating the decks, both the horror and the solo. If you're perfectly happy, there's no reason to update, and you just move on along. We are doing the exact same backs on the cards. So the horror cards, in theory, can be shuffled together with your old horror deck and just make one monster of a deck. Same thing with the solo cards. They're all going to have the exact same back. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do, and they should all shuffle together fairly well. We always run the danger over a 10-year period of the dies being slightly different. So you get a little bit of a different feel, when you're shuffling because, we run on a shoestring budget. So the dies can be slightly different from year to year or every 5 or 10 years. But anyway, lots of fun stuff. We'll have some new miniatures, a new box set for Tomb of the Serpent. I would love to say that we're going to get it done before the end of the year, and I actually plan to. I'm actually aiming for a Kickstarter, possibly around October. That feels doable. Our littlest one is starting school in August, so that's going to hopefully free up a chunk of my time where I can refocus my energy back into Pulp Alley a little bit more full time. Because honestly, over the last 4 years, it has been more of a part time job as I play stay at home dad and try to keep my children entertained throughout the day, library and parks and stuff like that. I think they deserve that. So I think on with Judy starting school, that's going to free up more of my time, which otherwise I would just sit and stare at the ceiling. But now I'll have something nice to do. Commercially, the decks most needed are probably decks that would give flavor to various subgenres of pulp. That's a great idea. Yeah. I would say that horror is a subgenre, so I think that's one that definitely will help us. I'd also say that we have enough solo players that I think the solo deck could be amped up a little bit. I think
Yeah,
the
I do play solo more than anything else.
Yeah, yeah. So I think a retooling of the solo cards will help us. But I agree with you, Warren. I think moving forward, we want to start looking at some of those subgenres. We have always wanted to do a western, so maybe that's something coming up. Um, and we would love to get more people involved. And we actually have a fellow that's working on a Cthulhu scenario. Agree about horror. I'm thinking about Western somewhere. Yep, yep. I agree with you. Yeah, I thought that's where you were going, Warren, and I agree with you. So we have a fella in England that is right now working on a Cthulhu mythos sort of campaign. So, although that's definitely very adjacent to what we normally do, it's not, a terribly different genre. It's very close, but I'm also going to look at leaning Tomb of the Serpent more into the Lovecraftian mythos sort of setting as well. Somebody says they don't like Cthulhu. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's his smell. He's a little too fishy smelling for me. Um, Better than computers. Tell me what you don't like about Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Is it overdone? Is it just too much of it out there? I like I like classic Cthulhu. Like I don't like you tell me what you don't like, brother or sister. I'm not going to judge. Too rubbery. um but anyway, there's and I when I did I think it's too weird and it scares me. 45 Adventure had a sci-fi supplement called Fantastic Worlds. Yep. Yep, they did. Um Yeah, there's that's very adjacent as well. Doing a sci-fi campaign was always one that's on our list. Westerns and sci-fi would probably be retro sci-fi, obviously more like a 1950s sort of atomic sci-fi sort of thing. But those would probably be the closest ones. Never enough Cthulhu. Um, those would be probably the closest ones that I would lean into. But whenever we're looking for somebody, or whenever somebody is wanting to do something with Pulp Alley, and we're so excited about seeing what these guys come up with. But they've actually written like maybe like I would say like the first chapter and sent me some scenarios. So it's looking really nice. I'm excited to see where it goes. Time to order more Bob merch. Yep. Um, yeah, we would love to have other folks involved as well. If you want to, if you ever fancied yourself as someone that wanted to write something, this would be a great opportunity to do that. If you want it is it is so rewarding, but to do it right takes time, and it takes a lot of commitment, and there's not a lot of money in it. So you can't do it thinking, it's there's going to be a big payoff at the end, because the payoff is the excitement of doing it and having fun. Once my second is in school, more time. That's what I hear too. That's where I'm at. Uh, but for folks that want to get involved, if you're an artist, we always need folks to share artwork with us. If you are a miniatures painter, we always need good miniatures painters. And again, we may not be able to pay you a lot, but we will try to pay you something and give you, some other little rewards along the way. Manny Marino, who does a lot of editing for us, and you see his name in just about everything we do, um, has really become our right hand man as far as after Bessie, he has a really really good understanding of the rules. So he catches me on stuff and he double checks things and the way things work. So he has a really good grasp and he does a lot of our editing. So not only does he catch a lot of rules issues, but he also catches a lot of grammatical issues, I think is the correct pronunciation. Um, and so he has been heavily involved in, and we don't pay him anywhere near what an actual editor should get, but he makes a little bit and he gets a pat on the back too. Hydra, I really like Hydra retro ray gun figures. He has a game, obviously, for that set. I wish he didn't because I think they would make great Pulp Alley figures, but maybe there would be a tie-in. And then of course Bob Murch has his Radon Zombies, and he has some other stuff too. Proofreading is pretty big, yeah. Um, and we had a lot of really good playtesters. Pete and Lily were two brand new folks that came to us and did some playtesting on the Magic rules, and just had a lot of good insight and a lot of good ideas. So the playtesting works best for us when we get that direct feedback. You know, when people are telling us, you know, this worked, this didn't work, I'm not sure about this. Like when something looks confusing, that's great because that's when we want to fix it. Like if we send off something and they don't understand it, that's perfect because that's what we're looking for. Complete nonsense is what we're hoping for. Because then it gives us an opportunity to go back and re-clarify what we mean by that and stuff. So you're exactly right. Ooh, proofreading is a big deal. I don't have Bessie here today to run me out. I have nowhere to go. I have nothing to do. You guys want to just hang out today? You guys want to see the horror cards? You guys want to see? I don't want to. I don't want to show you. You guys want to see the horror cards?
You'll
Who's?
get
Is
in
there anybody?
trouble.
Is there anybody still on here? Is there any?
I'm still here.
Okay, I'll show you what. We got so lucky. Ollie had done some artwork for another game, and they backed out. So she let us have them the at a little bit of a discount, which is all we could afford. So we would not have been able to do this. Like so much of our stuff is done the way it's done because of the financial limitations that we deal with on a daily, as we go through this. Because Pulp, a lot of you may not know this, but Pulp is not a cash cow. Pulp is the poor man's game. But you know what? We love it, right? That's why.
Oh,
That's why we do
absolutely.
it, right? Damian Larson did some painting for us. Did the cultists that you saw out here, the thugs that were running around? Damian Larson painted all those up for us. And there's a perfect example of someone that was horribly underpaid. Um, I think I paid him like a nickel, maybe somewhere close to that, like a nickel per miniature or something, maybe slightly more than that, but definitely not what it was worth. The man did a fantastic job for us and painted tons of figures for us. Otherwise, who knows what we would have out here. Let me see if I could find the horror deck so you guys could see. I'm off camera right now. I'm aware of that. I'm just making sure that there's no top secret information being shown. Here's the second edition of the horror deck. So I'm not sure how well you guys are going to be able to see this because I know my camera is not going to reach over there. Let me see if I can set up a makeshift tripod, which is a chair. Let's see if I can get this to stretch over there. Who wants to see the new horror cards? I'm really excited about them.
I
We've
want to
taken a
see
lot
them.
of time working on them. I hear someone outside buzzing. I don't know. That's probably not good enough. Oh well. Sorry guys. Oh, don't want that laying there. Um, Sometimes good enough just has to be good enough. Okay. Double check my frame. I don't know that you're gonna get anything out of that. Oh well. It is what it is. All right, so this is the new Shaken card. I know you can't really see that very good. I'm sorry. But look, it's going to have a picture. It's going to have a picture. Has the little, the stats still very clear and big on there so you can read them. Has a little quote. Some of the quotes remained the same. Some of them changed. And we were so lucky to get these pictures. Got a cool new background. Have pushed the background to the edges. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that, but because of our printing method, which is digital printing instead of offset printing, and I don't want to get into the weeds there, but basically the idea is that, um, it's half-ass printing. But because is that it's more likely to have variations in the centering and things like that, the way they're cut and the way they're printed. So by pushing the artwork all the way to the edge, I hide those imperfections a little bit. For example, on our old fortune cards and our old, like I was going to do this on our fortune cards too. On our, I can't do anything. Oh, it's because it's lag. Okay. So it has that white border, but it is very easy for that white border to become uh, far too off-centered, and then it bugs me. So I have to. This is a workaround for that, so that that doesn't happen. I was going to do this on our second edition cards, and too many people talked me out of it. I wish I had just gone ahead and done it. I wish I'd have just bit the bullet, but people, you know, they didn't like me changing the face, which I really wish I had just gone ahead and done it, because I feel like this is a much better face of a card anyway. Um, and because you don't normally sit there with a whole hand of cards, so the normally or horror cards are only drawn one at a time, so it really doesn't matter if some of them have a different face anyway. So I don't want any hate mail about that. So let's just take a look. There's Madness. Look at that guy. That's pretty cool. Frozen. So she made, like, a lot of the pictures are the same character, just with slight tweaks. She does a lot of digital art, so it's really easy for her to take an image and then just manipulate it. Like this picture, Shaken and Frozen. It's just a really slight tweak. It's nearly identical. There's That's the one that's the most like that, I think. But Madness, it's kind of like this guy here is the same character, kind of duplicated. High Anxiety, Don't Panic. So all of these cards can change. All of these cards could end up being different before we all said and done with this. But over 10 years, I feel like this is a really good upgrade to our horror deck. On the Edge, Hysteria, Determined, Blind Panic, Steadfast. 2 new cards were added. So we have one that's called Breaking Point. 2 new cards were added to the basic horror deck. So one of them is called Breaking Point, and then another one is called, oh, thank you so much, New Squaller. Thank you for the tip. And then Beacon of Hope. So, which again, this is almost the exact same artwork. All she did was change his head and his hand. But when you're working on a shoestring budget, that's what what you get. And I don't fault her doing it that way, because I can't hardly pay, what this sort of thing should actually be worth. So we just have to do what we can do. Anyway, so really, really excited about the new horror cards. The deck, I didn't change a lot about the deck. Once I got into the packs, Horror Pack 1 and Horror Pack 2, those two started to morph a little bit more. At one point, I was going to try to do just an extra little pack of maybe like 15 cards to just, if you wanted to swap some cards out of cards that really should be removed for second edition, because the wording is just a little bit off for second edition. I don't know that I'm going to do that. It seems like a good idea, and then I'm looking at it, I'm going, I feel like I'm going to double sell. I feel like you're going to buy these 15 cards and you're going to look at them and you go, well, to hell with that. I want the whole damn deck, right? And I don't want to do that because then you're going to have, those 15 cards plus the deck. It's like, okay, well, you just shuffle them all together anyway. I don't know. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I like the idea, but then I don't want it to, whatever I do, I don't want to get too much money. So it's, I don't know. I'm not sure on that yet. I'd like to do something that makes it easier to transition to this. But then once you see those 15 cards, and you're going to go, oh, well, this is like so much better than those old ones. You're going to want to buy the whole damn deck then. And then what do you do? So the solo deck will get the same treatment. I think I would buy those horror cards even though I don't have the previous deck. Oh, okay. Yeah. Art is great, nice. Yeah. Ollie has been just really instrumental. Ollie and Manny both have just been really instrumental in helping us get up a level. You go back 10 years or, really 5 years or whatever, and I see a marked difference. Like I was looking at at what I call our old rule book, but the like the Pulp Alley second edition rule book, and I was thumbing through it, and I was like, gosh, I could do this so much better now. I got like, and I think we had enough people asking about a color version of the spell deck. I was like, maybe we should do a color rule book. I don't know. I looked through this and I like what's in here, but there are a few pieces that just are not quite up to the level we're at now. Like this has our old character cards in it. It has some old stuff, some older artwork in it that maybe I wouldn't reuse now. I don't know. I have been toying with the idea about doing a new rule book. It would be probably 99% cosmetic, and I say that, but then I go, well, once I get into it, I might actually change something, and that could also be dangerous. I don't know that I'd call it third edition, Jim. Maybe just like a special edition or a color edition or something. Maybe I wouldn't change any rules. I look quite a ways forward on a lot of this stuff. So I actually have third edition rules that as I run into things, I make notes in my third edition rules changes. And there's a half dozen little tweaks that I would maybe do. But yeah, maybe just doing a color rule book. I don't think there's any rules that I feel like I really want to change right now. I often felt like I would like to. There were two different types of stealth rules that I was playtesting when I was working on this, 10 years ago, and I still like this way, but I had another way of doing stealth that I thought was interesting also, and I kind of would like to tweak that a little bit and see where that could go. Um, but the thing is that we really want to just keep going forward, right? We got to get the new asset cards. like the Clever Disguise, those new asset decks. Those need to be updated. The core of them will be based off of what's in the rule book, but then we'll add a bunch of extra cool gadgets and contacts and backup and stuff like that. So it'll be back. Most of you probably remember our old assets decks. So we'll want to update all of those to second edition. So that's a project that's on the books and is actually being worked. There's the Tomb of the Serpent. What else is going? There's the Cthulhu campaign. So the Cthulhu thing, I think there are games out there that take the name Cthulhu and then they kind of twist it into something else and make it into like a very combat heavy fighting sort of game. And that's fine. That can be a lot of fun, but it also doesn't really feel very HP Lovecraft. It really it kind of loses some of that charm, I guess. It's like if you wanted to do a biplanes, a World War One, airplane game, and you go, oh well, let's put jets in it too. It's like, okay, well, then it's not the same. You get what I'm saying? Like the Lovecraft stories are just kind of, they're not action oriented for one thing. They're very thematic. They're very moody, that sort of thing. Like I don't know that H.P. Lovecraft could write an action scene at all. Like he doesn't really, like very few and far between. And if you go through his stories, are there actually like, action stuff going on?
Basically just people running.
Yeah, Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. I think I'll go get something to eat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate your psychedelic edition. Yeah, with a.
Thanks for letting me play today, Dave. It was fun.
Well, hang out with me for a little bit. We'll chat for a little bit. I was going to talk to you about something else.
Okie dokie.
So I'm gonna see if I can find that. Shut up the light, the thing off. Oh, there we are. Thank you guys for being with us today. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Happy gaming, everybody.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.